early on, I might be able to do like we might be able to go back in and just give it another shot if everyone sticks around. We might not, but it's a good practice to have enough actions and enough resources and consumables for 2 whole runs in case we do have one of those situations. Make sure you have your actions now. I'm going to give everyone about like 5-ish minutes, 3-ish minutes to just double check, make sure you have everything. If you're noticing you're low on a particular thing, speak up. I have spare frags. I will be able to give you some. You'll be able to fill out some of those low stocks. I'm sure other people here are willing to help out too. If not, I know I'm volunteering for certain. I will give you frags instead of having to go to the Dynamis market boards, which may or may not be completely barren for that particular thing you're looking for. No shade on Dynamis, but there's just less people here. There's less people selling stuff on the board. I mean, hey, that just means if you move your character to Dynamis and you do a lot of DRS, you could just be the fragment magnate, and you could just be like, you know, the fucking kingpin and make millions of gil for essentially free.
Quick question. So,
Yes.
I do have all of the stuff for Flare Star. However, I think the sort of problem with it is we don't have another caster in this party.
Yeah, so don't worry about it then.
Okay.
It's more important that you take Cure 4 with your caster essence so that everyone gets bravery, and you also have that tool to help with healer burden, or to help remove burden from the healers, because Cure 4 is a very, very powerful healing tool, and it's also essentially your party-wide damage tool. So
Yeah. Because font is better, right? Or
I think in terms of raw like damage output, if you're asking the difference between like chain spell and font, I think font is the
well, no, I'm
stronger.
I'm thinking between what is it? Font and Flare Star.
That would be the way usually that people do it. Yeah.
No. Like between the two, which one's stronger?
Oh, so like I said, I'm not a DPS brain. Somebody else can probably answer that question more like way more accurately than I can. The thing to note is that Flare Star is a big nasty dot that lasts for a minute, and font is going to be for your rotation. So the way I look at it is just play styles. Font adds up. You know, it's like cashing in finding all the pennies in your couch cushions and like adding it all up, and it adds up to a lot at the end of the run. You know, at the end of digging through your couch. I see it more of a play style rather than like what's the most effective damage thing that you can do. I think it does a lot of damage. I think more than like your normal stuff. Correct me if I'm wrong, which is why we like having one. But it's not like I mentioned. It's not like 100% necessary. We need it. Oh my god, we're not going to clear because we don't have a flare star. So
Let me quickly map this out actually.
well, you better do it really quick because I'm going to put out a ready check to see how people are doing.
I suggest theory crafting this outside of raid because like we're here to run DRS and not do
this ready check hit no if you're still getting your stuff like, you know, appraised, or you're getting fragments, or you need fragments. I'm trying to read through the Alliance chat to see if anybody needed fragments and I missed it. If you did need fragments and I am like not responding, let me know. Because I'm looking at the chat now. But I do not like going into the instance until I know everyone has confirmed that they have everything they need and they're good to go. Yeah, don't like doing some serious optimization before you've stepped foot in there and like actually taken some blows is not the way I would recommend going through this content.
I mean, I was thinking of it more from the perspective of like if it's like a ton of damage or something, then like
no, I mean like as one person they will be outputting more damage as a single person, yes, but it's I mean, like I mentioned, if
Oh.
we don't have it, it's not gonna make a noticeable difference. It's not gonna make or break the run. It's not gonna cause us to like, oh no, like if we had a flare star, we would have what? No, it's not gonna do that.
Let me fix the thing. Okay, there.
Okay, I did that ready check at 10. In like another minute, I'll do another check, so that way we're not sitting out here in Gangos for too long. Oh, more money. That's right. Buy my sterling silver. Do it. Make me rich. All right. I'm going to fire off another ready check. I'm going to see how people are doing. If you have all your spares, if you have all your consumables, if you have all the stuff that you need to, you did your healer talk, you know who your fucking, sorry, your pseudo, excuse me, I'm gonna curse less, who your pseudo healer is, and who's gonna be taking your Spellforge Steel Sting, is gonna be taking those extra reflects and dispels in the pocket to help out with those duties and those extra cures. Oh no, party recruitment's going to end in 5 minutes. Worst case scenario is I don't have to worry about accidentally disbanding the party like I tend to somehow do still. Oh! It's Alduus. Owen said he has to do real world stuff, unfortunately, so Owen is not here. Yeah. Imagine having to do real world stuff. I got to do that later tonight. Okay. I'm going to throw out another check. They're getting faster because it's like, let's get it. Let's do the thing.
Are you guys already loaded in?
No. We are still in Gangos. There are 2 slots open. But if you join in, you better be like ready to go, because I think everyone here is just about good to go.
Yeah, I'm joining now. Time to join now. Password, please.
Oh yeah, banish. Yeah, I don't. Yeah, you could if you want to, I guess, or not. I don't care. There's a reason there's a little Pepe next to Lost Banish 3. So yeah, it only works on Phantom, but then Phantom dies really fast. That's kind of the, if you don't want to spend time on Phantom, you can take it. If you don't care, you cannot take it. Up to you.
Come on. Off.
Are they missing fragment? I'm not actually. I'm gonna throw out a ready check. I'm gonna see if they are good to go, and if they're not, we'll kind of give them a poke, a little nudge. I'm actually noticing that we have 47 people in the party and we're missing 1. I'm not. Maybe Knackle. Do you remember the name of that player? The hearing impaired.
Oh,
or
Nick.
is
Yeah.
Def? Is he in
Nick,
here?
custom.
Oh,
Yeah,
I think he's
he's
in.
either here.
Yeah, I think he's in Bravo. Okay, so yeah, that's fine then.
Yep.
Everyone's
Bravo.
good. Emblem. Oh, it's a Rogadan name. I don't know
Hello.
how to pronounce those. Are you good? Are we?
Yes. I just had to take my dog out to go to the bathroom. He took a little bit longer than I hoped.
Okay. That's why the ready checks were. Okay, cool.
Yeah, I tried to. I said like. Yeah, I thought I sent it in Alliance chat. I might have not hit enter. I'm so
You're
so
back now,
sorry.
though, right?
Yeah, I'm back. Like back.
Okay. You're all set. You're ready to go.
Yeah, I just had to make
Okay,
time
cool.
for supper.
I'm gonna give us the hard check. We're gonna go in. We're gonna do the thing. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be glorious.
Don't you know the hardest part of progression is
Your
is ready
dog.
check.
Oh, right. Let me kill the party finder. Party finder and yeah. All right, tab back in, hit commence. Let's get started. Let's do the thing.
Commence prog.
Right. Yeah. And we'll start making our way to Dairy Queen. All right. Easy peasy. Only took who knows how long. I was keep track of time. Welcome to DRS. I'm your host today, Vash Calibour. Very first thing that you should be doing right here, right now, is going into your Lost Finds holster, and you will be using a Resistance Re-Raiser, whatever pure essence you are using for your role, your class, and then your first two lost actions. Go ahead and sort those out onto your bar. Do your Re-Raiser and your pure essence. You'll notice there's a staircase in front of you with some glowing pads at the bottom of them. Please do not touch those glowing pads under any circumstances. Doing so will launch you into the content, and we do not leave this. We're not going to leave this platform until we know that everybody and all of our parties is ready to go and has their holster filled out. Okay, so hit the Lost Finds cache. This is where you're going to fill up with your jump holster. So what you just used was your pre-pop. This is going to be your jump holster. So if you're confused about how that worked in the requirements to participate, simply look at the jump holster section of whatever role you are playing, if that is what outline you are using, and make sure that your holster has those lost actions and those consumables, all right? So make sure your holster is filled to 99 out of 99 as well. Some of you will notice, especially if you play something like a Fizz Ranged or some of the other DPS classes, that you have a lot of additional space left over. Use that space to fill up on more Re-Raisers. Maybe you're going to take some potion kits. I don't know, whatever you're feeling. Maybe you're playing a Dark Knight or a Gunbreaker and you feel like taking a Resistance Elixir is the way to go, because sometimes your invulns get a little spooky, especially for your healers. Whatever it is you decide to take, it's better to take something that you don't end up using than not have it at all, okay? Things that I highly recommend, if you have the resistance rank and you have them in your box, light curtains are 1 weight. They are a 10-second reflect. I always recommend taking at least 2, because we will use them as a safety net for a mechanic at Queen if we make it to all the way to the Dairy Queen. If you want to take extra, if you are a DPS or a healer and you want to help like spot, reflect orbs at Queensguard, that's a-okay. Just do not expect to be given a full reflect task or duty and be using light curtains. I would recommend that if you are going to be doing actual legitimate reflect duties, that you're going to be playing a healer that actually is taking the lost reflect action. But yeah, now is the time to fill up your holster. Make sure it is 99 out of 99. Empty space is not going to help you. Like I mentioned earlier, it's better to have something that you think you might need and not use it than actually end up in a situation where you could have used it and not have it. So go ahead, spend time doing that now. When you're done, you're going to head back to your marker on the staircase. Alpha, Bravo, Delta, Charlie, and Delta are self-explanatory. The 1 waymark is for Echo, and the 2 is for Foxtrot. Okay. Once everyone has left the cache, I will consider that as everyone's ready to continue prep, whatever, and we'll move on from there. Double check once you get back to your waymark. Open up your holster and make sure that stuff is actually in there. Okay, it's very easy to accidentally hit the X and close out of the window instead of hitting confirm and actually updating your holster. It's happened before. Don't let it happen to you. Okay. Party leads. Take a look at your parties. Make sure everyone does have the resistance re-raise or buff, the re-raise buff on their bar. Everyone should have it on. Make sure that everyone is using a pure essence. Okay, everyone should have the same essence icon. If you notice that there's something that doesn't look like all the other essences, let me know. I'm not going to be allowing like non-standard anything other than a pure essence for this run today. The only essences we're going to be running is pure essence. Okay. And also, if you take a look at the reminiscence buff, you can see what people have slotted in. If you notice that somebody has something that doesn't make a whole lot of sense or isn't standard, don't shame them or anything, but gently remind them that they should probably be taking slightly different actions and help them out with it if you can, or if you're familiar with it. So I'm seeing that the box is clear. Let's have ready checks run for each alliance, right? So team leads, go ahead, run your ready checks. When ready, let me know in yell chat, or yeah, just in yell chat, in the yellow, the piss chat. Let me know that you're ready to go. So I have Bravo, Echo, Alpha ready. Sorry, Reindeer has an open question. Oh, thank you. Let me look. I'm going to Golem side for Percept. Am I going to Golem side for Percept? Are you in Delta, Echo, or Foxtrot? Or are you in Alpha, Bravo, or Charlie? You're in Charlie. I mean, we can do a hot swap. We can trade players if that's what you would like. Does Golem side have somebody who's taking reflect? Or sorry, reflect. Lost perception already.
Negative. That would actually help out if Reindeer just came over.
Okay, yeah. Do you want to trade somebody from your party, Knackle?
Well, currently we have 23 on Golems since we're 47 out of 48. So if Reindeer came over to Golems, like that wouldn't.
Oh, right. It would solve itself because we're not maxed out. Yeah.
If you want a DPS for like slime DPS purposes, then yeah, we can give someone out.
I think we should be fine with the with 1 DPS down. I don't think it's going to cause any issues. We have essentially a full run. So yeah, you'll just partner up with Delta, or sorry, Echo. I mean, Reindeer. Okay, let me go back and check. Bravo, Echo, Alpha, Foxtrot, Delta, Charlie. No, wait. Charlie ready with Ray heading. Okay, cool. Cool. All right. So I will give a verbal countdown for when we jump on the pads. Until I give you that countdown and then I tell you to jump, do not jump on the pads, all right, until you hear that. If you are in Alpha, Bravo, or Charlie alliances, you will be using the left jump pad. If you are on Delta, Echo, or Foxtrot alliances, you'll be using the right jump pad. Knackle Free is going to be your Golem warden over there. If you are Delta, Echo, or Foxtrot, once you take that jump pad, you will drop down 1 voice channel in Discord to the Golem Gulag Gang voice channel. It is just below the one we are currently in, and Knackle will lead you to victory on that side. Everyone else will be listening to my voice, and we'll stay here in this voice channel when we take our jump. Alpha, Bravo, and Charlie will be staying here. I will be leading the Slimers to victory. That being said, all teams are ready to go. I'm going to do our countdown here in 3, 2, 1. Jump. Let's get started.
Golden folks down at Golden Gulag Gang voice chat.
Yeah, dude. If you're a Rock and Stone gamer, head on down 1 voice channel. If you're an absolute Slimer, you're going to be here with me, listening to my nasty voice. All right, so here's what we're doing. Let's get tank volunteers for all of the letter markers. I need 1 tank per letter, just one tank, just one true tank per letter marker. All right. There
Alright,
we
I
go.
just need a
Cool,
quick
cool, 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 cool.
second. Where the heck did that cord go?
What's going on?
My controller just died.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, we're gonna continue with setup. If you can just
Absolutely. Just so
Yeah.
you're aware.
and then the remaining tanks, because I see Kermit Tully is just kind of standing there. You're gonna be the two-way mark. So you, Kermit, and I are gonna be hallway tanks, and we have true tanks assigned to each of the rooms here. Next, let's get true healers assigned to each of these tanks. Preferably a healer that is in the same party as that tank will make it much easier to heal. It'll make it easier to target, all that good stuff. The hallway tanks are not going to need healers. If you would like to, you know what? We have plenty of healers. That's fine. We'll do this. It's fine. Next, I want to see a minimum of 3 DPS per letter marker. It doesn't matter which tank you pick. I just need to see 3 red icons per letter marker, not the number marker, the letter marker. If we have any leftover healers that have not been assigned any roles, you'll be acting as honorary DPS for this from this point on. Right. Let me in yell chat here. There we go. I believe Nicholas was the one. I saw his name, so I'm just gonna type some of this stuff out. I don't have the voice. Man, I wish I did. I feel like that would make things so much easier. I still see some like Emblem, and I'm seeing Spooky kind of running around. If you see that there's already 3 red icons to a letter marker, that's fine. Just pick a marker. 3 is the minimum, 4 is the maximum. So I'm seeing 3 on Bravo. I'm seeing 2 on Alpha. I see 3 on Delta. I see 3 on Charlie. So, Emmeline, I'm actually going to have you go to Alpha room, and you're going to be an honorary DPS for that room, okay? Rain will be the pocket healer for the tank. You're just going to focus on helping the DPS do damage, all right? So, here we go. Here's what's going to happen. Here's how this is going to work. How many new tanks do we have with us? I see 1. I see 2. Hell yeah. All right, so we're going to go over some tank stuff. How many healers we got that are brand new? Cool. We have at least 1. And then we got some, you know what? We're just going to go over it all. It's cool. Welcome to Slime Side. This encounter has the potential to be really messy. We have a Aria. Which are you part of a group already? I'm gonna put you in Alpha. Aria.
Sounds good. I just got a cord for my controller, so
Nice. All right. Cool.
Good to go.
Cool. And Emmeline, you'll still be that honorary DPS. So tanks. Tanks. Essentially, every role has a very specific thing they're going to do, and is very important. We're going to start with tanks first. When the encounter begins, I'm going to take actually this image here in raid text chat. I'm going to place this down here. This is going to be the breach plan. Now, what's going to happen is there's traps hidden in these rooms. We don't have a Perceptor. We don't have to worry about that. If you take a look at raid text chat, which is going to be the text channel above the main slime voice channel and above the party channels that you see there, you're going to see a map of this area, and you're going to see some blue lines on it and some red dots. The red dots are all possible trap locations that can spawn. You'll notice that in the rooms, it's always to the east and west of the green pad in the middle of that room. And the middle hallway has 3 potential spots. The hallway will always have a trap. Some rooms may not have traps. Some rooms may have traps. You won't know until you get in there and you pop them. And the breach plan is essentially just going to be us turning our invulns on and then sprinting through our room, following that blue line to walk through the traps and detonate them, all right? What this will do is it'll clear the trap. Your invul will prevent you from dying. Your pocket healer will heal you up, make sure you stay alive, and then you have essentially made the room safe for everyone to walk wherever they please in it. Since I'm the north hallway tank, I will be popping the hallway trap. So if you are a northern room, you will wait until I pop the hallway trap, and then you'll move to your northern room. With the breach plan out of the way, there's another image, just a slightly modified version of the map that I just posted. This is going to go over the positions for each party that we've made here. So Alpha, you're going to be the northwest room. Bravo's going to be northeast. Charlie, southeast. Delta, southwest room are going to be your homes, okay? So familiarize yourselves with what rooms are where. If it makes it easier to think about, Alpha is going to be the second door on the left. Delta is going to be the first door on the left. Bravo is going to be the second door on the right of the hallway, and then Charlie's going to be the first door on the right as soon as you go through the entrance. Remember, tanks, pop your invulns first, then your sprint. Your sprint, then your invuln. As soon as your invuln engages, then you make your beeline from the doorway to the opposite wall. And if nothing happens, don't worry about it. If something explodes, well, then you did your job. A-okay, everyone's safe. With that out of the way, tanks, when you enter your room and you finish your breach plan, you're going to stand on your green pad, and your healers are going to start bringing viscous clots into your room. Viscous clots are going to be green slimes that spawn in the hallway. They're going to be a conveyor belt. Your healers are going to be a conveyor belt for you. You're simply going to either provoke or lightning shot, tomahawk, unmend, shield lob, whatever it is that you do as a tank to pull that viscous clot off your healer. And then you're going to tank that viscous clot and center it as best you can on that green pad. You want that slime to be on the center of that green pad, as close as you can get it to the center. That's the goal. Your healer is then going to dip away, pull another viscous clot into the room, and you're going to provoke it off of your healer. Again, and what's going to happen is when you have two viscous clots on your pad, they will begin to fuse. They'll cast an ability called Fusion. Whichever slime casts Fusion first is the one that will grow, and the one that didn't cast first will be consumed by the one that did. What's going to happen is they'll grow a little bit larger. Don't worry about that. The thing I want you to pay attention to as a tank is on the HP bar, there's going to be buffs that it gets when it grows by eating another slime, okay? By fusing with another slime. It's going to be an attack bonus and an HP bonus. Both of those are going to have a number because they have stacks, okay? So I want you to look at the number of stacks. Don't count how many you fused. I want you to look at the number on that debuff, okay? And you're going to, one by one, pull viscous clots off your healer until that buff reads 4, okay? When you see a +4 or a 4 number of stacks on the HP and damage, you're going to stop provoking off of your healer. You'll notice that your healer does grab another viscous clot and stands in the corner of your room. Don't worry about that, okay? Let them, let the slime beat the shins out of your, beat the shins off your healer. Let it happen. We are all going to coordinate that final provoke, and so we're all going to get our slimes to 5 stacks at the same time, okay? So when you see +4, or when you see 4 stacks, you're going to stop provoking slimes off your healer, and you're going to wait for my call. I will verbally call when to do final merge, when to provoke your final slime, okay? Until that point, that is your job as a tank, is just to start fusing and building a viscous clot snowman in the Dairy Queen parking lot out here, this rundown parking lot. And yeah, you're just gonna make a nasty snowman. Only 4 on the stacks, and then we'll get 5 all together. We'll coordinate that last one. When you are ready, when you notice that you have a 4 stack slime and your healer in the corner has another slime, here's what you're gonna type in yell chat. In yell chat, you're gonna go, for example, northeast. Let's say northeast finishes, right? They get their slime to 4 and their healer is holding an extra. You're going to say northeast 4 + 1. This is letting me know that you have a slime that's at 4 stacks, and the +1 is the one that your healer is holding on to, okay? When I see this from all 4 rooms, I will do a countdown and we'll do a final merge. at which point you're going to force a Rupture cast. When they get to 5 stacks, they'll cast something called Rupture after they fuse. That's the goal. We want Rupture to go off at as close to the same time as possible. That's the tank job. We'll go over any questions or whatever in just a moment. Next, we're going to talk about the healers. Healers, you kind of already figured out sort of what you're going to be doing. This is only the healers that are pocket healing for the tanks. If you have been assigned DPS duty as a healer, ignore this. Okay, if you're a DPS healer, you're going to be pretending you're going to be doing DPS things. So only the pocket healers, ones paired with tanks. When the encounter begins and your tank safely disarms any potential traps in your room, you're going to pull a single viscous clot from the hallway, a green slime from the hallway, and you're going to take a look at the map in raid text chat, and you're going to figure out where you're going to stand. These corners that we selected are very specific. Please stand in these corners while you wait for your tank to provoke the slime off of you, okay? This is very important. Some rooms have slimes where they like to walk into the room. So if you're not standing in that corner, you'll accidentally aggro at another viscous clot, and it'll start to slowly spiral out of control from there if we don't do some monk austere, like, we got to fix this, okay? So you're going to use a single target damage spell that is not a dot. So Glare, Malefic, Dosis, Broil. Those are the abilities. Yeah, I know how to play healer. Single target damage spell, don't use dots. The reason for this is that if somebody else accidentally hits the same slime you do, if they have a dot and that healer tries to fight for aggro, you get this clot zigzagging in the hallway, and once they're aggroed, that's when they start to fuse. If they start fusing in the hallway, that's very bad. Okay, so single target damage only. If a healer accidentally steals your viscous clot, let them have it. Okay, just grab a new one from the hallway and then bring it in your room. It's not a race. We're not trying to do this before anyone else. We want to do this very clean and very methodical. You're going to stand in your corner. Once the tank lightning shots or provokes or whatever it is they do, right, and pulls your viscous clot off of you, you're going to go back. You're going to stick your head in the doorway. You don't need to stand in the hallway. You just need to stand in the doorway, target another slime, hard cast, throw a glare out, pull it into your room, and wait for the tank to provoke it off you. Do not walk the slime to your tank. Okay, if the tank is taking a while to provoke, he's probably doing something. Let him do his thing. Once he's ready, he'll provoke it off of you. Okay, do not walk the slime to your tank. Let the tank pull the slime off of you when they're ready, and you will continue to do this until Rupture occurs. You'll also be making sure that you stay alive, and you're going to make sure your tank stays alive. All right. Tanks are not allowed to heal under any circumstances on their own. So no Aurora, no Nascent Flash or whatever it is at this level, no Clemency, nothing, nada, zilch, no healing whatsoever from tanks. With your tank stance on, you generate an immense amount of aggro. We want to prevent that from happening, okay? I know we do have true tanks in the hallways this time around. It's a very rare occurrence. But just treat this as if we don't have tanks in the hallways, okay? So tanks, no self-healing. Healers, you're going to make sure your tank stays healthy, and you're going to make sure you stay healthy. You're going to be a conveyor belt for your tank. When the tank takes the slime off you, you're going to go grab another one and stand in your corner. So just double check with the map that I put in raid text chat. Figure out exactly which corner you're going to stand in. That's going to be your home base. When you have a slime, you're in that corner. When you don't have a slime, you're going to be in the doorway trying to get another one. Cool. We're going to move on to DPS. And this is the final section, and then we'll be good to go. DPS, you have arguably the most important job. Don't stress out. It's a very clean and concise operation. You just need to make sure that you are a well-oiled machine, and you do this as fast as you can, all right, and as clean as you can. Once you enter your room and your tank has cleared the trap and it is safe to enter, when you arrive at your room, it is very likely inside the room you're going to see something called a sanguine clot. A sanguine clot is a red slime, and it will tether to the first person that does damage to them, okay? So tanks, no reprisal. Reprisal generates threat. It'll tether to you. Don't use reprisal. Tanks, healers, if a sanguine clot, a red slime, by the way, Wiggle, wiggle check. I know we've been here for a while, but just make sure you're kind of like wiggling the analog stick or kind of moving around or typing or something, right? Right. Healers and tanks, if you notice that there's a red clot attacking you, just don't attack it. Don't auto attack it. Don't target it. Ignore it. The DPS will come and grab it, and it'll all be good. It'll fix itself. DPS, as soon as you enter your room, at any time they spawn again, you're gonna attack relentlessly that sanguine clot, and then you're gonna pull it to your corner. Again, look at the map and raid text chat, figure out which room you're in, and figure out which corner in your room you're assigned to. So just so you know, if you're in the southwest room, you're going to be in the southwest corner of your room. If you're in the northeast room, you're going to be in the northeast corner of your room. It is done this way so you are tanking that slime as far away from anyone else as possible, okay? We cannot, under any circumstances, allow the sanguine clot to fuse, all right? If they're allowed to fuse, it's a wipe condition, all right? If you have a physical ranged in your party, you can use head grace to silence it. It can be interrupted. Tanks are not allowed to interrupt this for you. They are not allowed anywhere near your sanguine clot, okay? So DPS, as soon as it spawns, it doesn't matter who, you're going to fight to do first damage. As soon as it tethers to somebody, whoever it tethers to, that person's going to take it to the corner and kill it in the corner ASAP, right? If you do this correctly, you'll actually never even see a fusion cast. So as soon as it spawns, attack it or tag it. It'll tether to somebody, take it to the corner first, and then kill it. And do this until the encounter is over. Once the encounter is over, we're all going to meet right here. This will be where we all meet. When I say run for the hills, run north, go, 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 this is where everyone's going, is that flag. And that's where we're going to avoid the rupture blast, because it's like a self-destruct kind of a, you know, get out of dodge, cool guys don't look at explosions kind of a deal. Right. That's the slimes rundown. I don't know if I'm missing anything. It's been a while since I've been here, but I'm pretty sure that everything has been gone over. If you have any questions, feel free to ask them in yell chat or speak out loud. We're going to run ready checks, though, for Alpha, Bravo, and Charlie alliances. So run ready checks. If you have any questions, let me know. Golems is all good.
I
Cool.
do have one quick question, and that's just in regards to the position I'm in. Because you
Yes.
mentioned a tank goes northwest, and based on the marker, I would go southwest. So I just want to make sure I go to the right room.
Sorry. Who are you? Which one? Which one are you? Which one? You
I'm
are.
Elena. So I'm on D right now, the D marker.
Oh, you're going to be the southwest room. It's going to be this first room on
Alright,
the
yeah.
left.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, no. Kermit. I'm sorry. I didn't talk about the hallway tanks. Ah. Okay.
I did
very
respond
simple.
to them, so I think they understand. But you can double check.
Okay. Very quick, Kermit. You're gonna make sure your stance is on. Okay. All tanks, make sure your stances are on. By the way. I don't know if I hit that ready check. It might have been me.
No,
But
no,
we'll
it's
do another
me.
ready check in just a moment.
I have a question.
Yeah.
At no point do I click lost cure.
No.
Okay.
It's not needed.
Okay.
Right, so Kermit, when the encounter begins, instead of going to a room, instead of going anywhere, you're going to stay right by this doorway. In front of this doorway, you're going to see a little blue circle that appears on the ground, and from that circle, every now and then, there's going to be a Bajan soldier. With your tank stance and your brute strength, because I see you got that Dark Knight fucking Rogadin energy, that Rogabro energy, you're just going to beat the tar out of this skeleton. Make sure that it doesn't go into any room. Just make sure it stays right there, and you turn it into a pile of dust where it stands. It does a big point blank AoE. You can use low blow to stun it. Low blow will be up every single time it does that AoE. Otherwise, you can just avoid it. Do not let this ad go into the room. Just keep it there, and when everyone else is done with their stuff and I say run for the hills, you're going to run all the way down the hallway and follow everyone else. Sound good? Hell yeah. All right. Cool. Can I just get a double check on Alpha readiness? And then Bravo was ready, correct? I don't think I saw Bravo ready. Just waiting on Bravo readiness, and then we'll checking. B is 7 out of 8. Be ready. All right, cool. Let me let them know. Shout. Golem's not ready. Bio. Okay, cool. Slimes. Yeah. Are ready to slime. Update when ready. So did I go over traps? Yes. You missed it. So just a refresher, since it's going to be the first thing that tanks do. I'm gonna put this mark over my head. Right, this is the danger Dorito. Avoid the danger Dorito until I explode in the center hallway. If you are on the B marker or the alpha marker, you are not allowed to go past the halfway mark until I blow up in the hallway. Once I blow up in the hallway and the trap is gone, then you are allowed to go to your rooms, and then tanks in Alpha and Bravo enter your assigned rooms. You're going to pop, sprint, then invuln, then enter your rooms. Straight line from the doorway, clean through the green pad all the way to the opposite wall. That'll pop any potential traps with your invuln. Your healers will make sure that you don't biff it and eat it and die. And then you can go doing your tank thing and build your nasty snot green snowman. Can DPS pre-position in their corner so red blob automatically goes there? No. So the blob is going to fall from the center of the room, from the ceiling somewhere. So you're going to have to run away from the corner again to pick it up, and then whoever tethers it to them needs to bring it back to that corner. Just make sure that you are double and triple checking which corner as a DPS and which corner as a healer you're going to with your slimes, because if they get too close, or if healers are too close to the wrong corner of the room, you're gonna start aggroing the wrong slimes and or causing fusions. So
like my range spell is not enough. Like I have to drag it like around people or something, or
you were playing a healer, yeah?
no? I'm
A DPS?
caster. Yeah.
Which room are you in?
Southwest.
Southwest? Okay. Here, I got another marker set here. Okay, in Southwest, you see where that Bravo marker is?
Sure. Yeah.
That is where you're gonna take the
No,
segment
I
blocks, the red one.
understood that part, but what I'm saying is like, is my range spell not going to be far enough to like catch it, or like?
No, you should
I'm gonna
you
have
should be
to-
able to.
Okay.
You should be able to stand in the corner and then pull it. Just be aware that if like somebody else is like pulls it first, you know, that's the good thing. You want to fight over it. You want a DPS to fight to see who gets it first and then bring it to the corner. So you got to be fast on that. Golem's ready. Cool. Understood. CD soon. Okay, I'm gonna give us a 30-second countdown. We're gonna give this a shot. I'm gonna leave these markers up. If you are fighting the red slimes, you want to be on a letter marker in your assigned room. Ignore the number markers outside. This is for a different strategy. The red slimes are going to be on the markers in the corners of your rooms. The healers are going to be in totally different corners. Countdown going out. I'm going to calibrate this for 30 seconds. And firing. You do not need to use lost actions for this encounter. You can eat food now if you'd like. It's not necessary. This encounter doesn't do a whole lot of damage. Wait. Oh, canceling.
I'm sorry. This is so confusing to me.
What's up?
Just
Since I'm acting DPS for my room,
Yep.
I'm northwest. Am I going
Yeah.
in the healer spot or the DPS spot?
DPS spot. You're gonna everything that I said about DPS, that's gonna be your job today. So AKA you're just gonna you're gonna look for the red slime, you're gonna hit it, and then if you're in the northwest room, you're gonna if it tethers to you, you're gonna go to the C marker.
Okay. Okay, now I understand. Thank you.
Yeah. Some confusion in our room. Okay, resume countdown. All right, cool.
we spent 45.
Okay, countdown going out.
Oh, man.
Take a deep breath. It's all right. If we make a mistake, we just leave the instance, we come right back in. It's not going to be a big deal. It'll get you some experience if that's the case. Otherwise, we just one bang it. Tanks, make sure your stances are on and be ready to do your breach plan. Kermit, just be ready to beat the tar out of whatever shows up here where I'm standing, all right? I mean, I'll be taking off, but you know what I mean. All right, cool. I'm going to go pop the hallway trap. Hallway trap is clear. Tanks, do your breach plan for your rooms. Clear out the room so there aren't any traps for your team, so it's safe. Healers, just pull a single viscous clot into your room for your tank. Tanks, start building your slime snowman on the green pad. DPS, kill the sanguine clots ASAP. I will do my best to call out when sanguine clots appear. Cool. Hallway tanks, pick up your soldiers. More sanguine clots have appeared. DPS, please be aware. Pick them up as quickly as you can. Get them off your healers and your tanks and take it to the corner. Kill it ASAP. Remember to fuse the green viscous clots one at a time. Do not do multiple. And single target damage only. Sanguine clots are out. DPS, please pick them up. Take them to the corner of your room first, then kill them ASAP. And then just let me know in yell chat what room you are and if you are 4+1. That means your current slime that you have on the pad is 4 stacks, and your healer is holding an extra. Okay, sanguine clots are out. DPS, please be aware. I'm looking at southeast. There's a sanguine clot right there in the center. Please pick that up. Oh! Nice. Cool. Saved. There's another sanguine clot in that corner. Sanguine clots, please pick them up. Kill them ASAP. Cool. Sanguine clots are out. DPS, please pick them up ASAP. Okay. Rooms look like they are finishing up. All right, cool. All rooms are ready. Tanks, I'm going to do a countdown. 3, 2, 1. Final provoke now. Final provoke now. Please center this sanguine clot as best you can. Do not leave your clot. Do not leave your sanguine clot until it casts rupture. Okay, until you see the rupture cast, do not leave your viscous clot. Your viscous clot. I see 1, 2, 3. All right, everyone, run north. Run north. Run north. Anything that's aggro to you, just pull it with you. Kill it on the way. Everyone, run north as fast as you can. Healers, if you notice people are lagging behind, you can use rescue to drag their booties as fast as you can. We're going to stand all the way in this corner. You see the danger Dorito? You want to hug the danger Dorito. It's not a danger Dorito anymore. You want to hug the Dorito, the delicious Dorito. Come over here. Come to the Dorito. Yeah. Ignore those people over there. I don't know what they're doing. Cool. Stay here. Do not move. I need to just give me a situation report. Are all alliances alive? B's good. Everyone else, cool. All alliances are alive. Nobody is dead. Take the glow pad, the glowing pad, the jump pad, the Joe Glump, whatever. Do not forget your spoils. There's a couple chests here at the bottom of the staircase. Do not forget these. Nobody else can grab these for you. All right. All right. I'm gonna take the Dorito off for now. Very good work. Super clean. Super awesome. Super. Yeah. Just gonna wait for everyone in Golems up here. Yeah. Okay, cool. Welcome to the Kingdom Hearts LARP Kid. All right. I don't know if you've ever seen that video of the two dudes in the parking lot, like, pretending to have the Keyblade. That's this guy. But it's just the camera kid. It's the camera guy and the two kids just fuse into one, right? So they think they're the ultimate life form. I know that's a totally different genre game. Don't worry about it. I am going to handle this fight almost entirely with callouts. There's no mechanics that I'm going to brief ahead of time because they're all simple enough to deal with callouts. They're simple enough for me to describe through callouts to help you out. So the only thing I will describe is how I do my callouts for the Four Sword Adventure, because I don't use waymarks for this fight. I find that it's just visual noise. It doesn't. It's better that everything with this boss is boss relative anyways. It's better to just look at the boss and listen to the calls and act accordingly. So that being said, the Four Sword Adventure, if you remember from normal mode, is where he sticks his keyblades out. They will glow in sequence, and that will be the sequence that he cleaves with his keyblades. Right? It's one of his slower desperation moves, but it will still get you if you're not paying attention. Okay, it moves a little bit faster than normal mode. It's not telegraphed for as long. All right, so just be ready. The callouts will sound something like this: left, left, right, right, or front, front, back, back. If there's a two-step movement, it might sound like left, right, right, left, or front, back, back, front. Just pay attention. What you're going to do is you're going to stand on the boss's hitbox at the absolute furthest. You can stand inside the hitbox for this, but essentially when I say left, left, right, right, that's the number of times you're going to stand on that side of the boss for each cleave. So if he cleaves the right side twice, you're going to be on the left side. So left, left, stand on his left side, 1, 2 cleaves. Then you're going to move to the right side of the boss, 1, 2 for the last 2 cleaves, or 3, 4, however it works better in your mind. So front, front, back, back on the boss's hitbox or closer. Wait for 2 cleaves, front, front, 1, 2. Move to the back, 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 right, 1, 2. That's going to be the only explanation I give. The next couple things are going to be kind of rules for the whole rest of the run. Try to keep comms clear when I start doing calls. I don't assign backup callers. I don't assign anyone to jump in if I make an oopsie doodle, right? So if I make a bunk call and I say something wrong and it's the wrong whatever, I don't want anyone to jump out and say, no, it's this. Keep the comms clear. Let me make the mistake. That's how I learn. That's how I've always learned. I haven't made a lot of oopsie doodles as of late, so hopefully I continue to be a very good raid host and don't kill people. That's not the goal here. The goal is to dumpster this Kingdom Hearts LARP kid so we can go get a Blizzard from, Dairy Queen. That being said, second thing, DPS, please do not use LB3. Trust me on this. You are losing tons of damage by using LB3. The way that Lost Actions work and the way that everything's scaled here, DPS LB3 is dookie. Don't do it. Right? Save LB3 for healers, and in extremely rare cases, I'll have tanks LB3 if I call for it. It's rare. Sometimes it happens. Just assume that LB3 is only for healers. Right. I think we're good. So, that being said, make sure you eat food. Turn your tank stances off. I'm going to put down a waymark here just for the time being. If you'd like to main tank this fight, stand on the alpha marker. You'd like to be the main character for this run. Hell yeah. Look at this beefy ass boy. Hell yeah. I'm going to give you that. It's not a mark of shame. It's a mark of honor. If you are not Encore Shakero, I want your tank stances off. Only Anchor. Anchor Shakero? I'm sorry if I'm butchering it. I'm going to say Anchor. It feels easier. It rolls off the tongue better. If you are not Anchor, you don't have your stance on. If you are Anchor, you have your stance on. Cool. That being said, make sure you have food. We're going to use our lost actions for this fight. This fight does enrage. We want to kill this as fast as we can. Make sure you have tinctures at the ready. I'm going to give us a... Well, actually, let's everyone stand on the alpha waymark. Everyone jump on the alpha waymark. Let me know that everyone's here. No one's AFK. Everyone's like not asleep. No one's asleep at the wheel or all that good stuff. Yeah. Who's that? Somebody's at the wall. Who's that? Syntax, you good? You always do this to me, man. Why do you never I'm just kidding. Cool. All right, I'm gonna give us a countdown. I'm gonna calibrate for 30 seconds, and sending it. All right. So, if you want to pre-shield, if you want to pre-mit, the first thing the boss does is a raid wide. Like last 5 or 10-ish seconds. You can do all of your pre-shielding, pre-mitting. That's gonna be the first thing. He's just gonna scream really loud. So earplugs work. All right, take a deep breath. Use your lost actions, get a really big, juicy opener going, and let's do this. So there's that raid wide I was talking about. First major mechanic is going to be the 4-sword adventure, okay? That's going to be that 4-sword cleave. You're going to listen to my calls. Pay attention to which way the boss is facing, all right? The boss is going to summon a clone here. Ignore the clone. Just pay attention to which way this boss is facing, all right? This boss in the middle. Here we go. The pattern is... Oh, it's going to be a 2-step pattern. It is left, right, right, left. Left, right, right, left. After the first cleave, we're going to move to the right, wait for 2, then come back to this side. Move through to the right. 1, 2, move to the left. Avoid looking at the orb. Don't look at the orb. Don't look at the orb. Then get away from the flower. Get away from the flower. Get away from the flower. Get away, get away, get away. And group up, group up, group up. Group up, nice and tight. We're going to push this inside the boss's hitbox, please. Inside the boss's hitbox. Inside the boss's hitbox. Be safe, be safe. This is a hot wing mechanic. Tanks in front. This is a share buster. Tanks in front, everyone else behind. Pop some mitigation. Share this buster. Right, if Anchor does not have friends with this, it's going to hurt. So we're going to make it nice and easy for Anchor. And clear the front. Anchor needs to take this solo. If Anchor has anyone else with them, Anchor's going to die. Okay? Solo buster. Okay, stay grouped, stay grouped. There's going to be chains after this, okay? They're just like the vault, right? You want to stay grouped up, and then as soon as the ring appears over your head, then you're going to break your chains, okay? There's going to be a knockback associated with it. Wait for it, wait for it, wait for it, actually. And, okay, break your chains. Put your back to a barricade. This is a knockback mechanic. Knock back into a barricade. Any barricade works, any barricade works. And get back to the center. Everyone in the center, I'm going to put the Danger Dorito over my head. You're going to follow the Danger Dorito for this mechanic. You see the triangle over my head? You're going to follow the Danger Dorito for this mechanic. It's going to be a knockback associated with this. Follow the Danger Dorito. Follow the Danger Dorito. We're going to rotate clockwise around the arena. And it's going to be, we're going to sprint. Sprint, sprint in front of this barricade. In front of this barricade. Hurry up, hurry up, hurry up. In front of this barricade. Oh, yeah, baby. Everyone made it. Hell yeah. Stay grouped. Stay grouped. Stay grouped. Lost actions are ready to fire again, by the way. Stay grouped. This is a shared line buster. Cool, 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 cool. Stay grouped. There's going to be some line lasers, some like Walmart brand, like great value, like regular orange line lasers that you see like in dungeons and stuff. We're going to bait them here. It's going to bait on random people. Just use your eyeballs. I trust in you. And walk out of these line lasers. Here they are. Okay, everyone on blue, look at the floor. Stand on blue, stand on blue. The next 2 colors are going to be paired with an Earthshaker. If you don't know what the Earthshaker is, you're going to get a yellow tether, maybe. If you get the yellow tether, it's going to be treated like a cone, a line AoE from the center. You're going to stand on the safe color and rotate it away from the group, away from the party. On yellow sand, yellow sand, yellow sand. Check to make sure you don't have a yellow tether. If you have a yellow tether, stand on the safe color, rotate away. Rotate away from the party. One last color. One last color. Everyone on blue, yellow lines, rotate away from the party. Don't take that through the party. It's going to be some regular line lasers. Just use your eyeballs. Avoid this. Okay, point the boss north or a cardinal direction, please. Just a cardinal direction. Pay attention to which way the boss is facing. Enter cardinal of the boss far out. Everyone, enter cardinal of the boss far out. If you do not know how to greet this, do not greet this, okay? Be very safe. All right, we're going to return to the center. Same with the boss on his own. It's going to be another Ifrit dash mechanic. You're going to follow the Danger Dorito yet again. But as soon as these dashes are over, we're going to do that 4-sword adventure, okay? He's going to stick his keyblades out and do the thing. So pay attention. Follow the Danger Dorito. Okay, paying attention to which way the boss... Okay, okay. It's another 2-step pattern. It is going to be a left, right, right, left. Get left, right, right, left. Left, right, right, left. Move through to right. 1, 2. Move through again. Avoid looking at the orb, then no, get away from the flower. Look away from the orb first, then get away from the flower. Get away, get away, get away from the flower. Group up, group up, group up, group up, group up. Group up these chains as best you can. Break these chains. Break these chains. Anchor, just hold the boss right there. Everyone else, just clear the front side of the boss. There's going to be a tank buster. It's a little bit of a has a little bit of a cleave on it. Just do not be in front of the boss at this point in time. There's that solo buster. All right, next major mechanic is going to be that 4-sword adventure, and it's going to be paired with sand or stone. We're going to stand on the safe color first, then do the 4-sword cleave, and then we'll do the opposite color from what we started on, okay? So pay attention to which way the boss is facing. Pattern is going to be another 2-step pattern. Oh, boy. Back, front, front, back. Start on yellow sand. Stand on yellow sand. It's going to be back, front, front, back. Back, front, front, back. Move through. 1, 2. Move behind the boss and stand on blue. Stand on blue, stand on blue. Blue is safe, blue is safe. One more color. Don't let it catch you off guard. Yellow is safe, yellow is safe, yellow is safe. Get ready to look away from the orb. Look away from the orb, then get away from the flower. Look away from the orb. You're going to see some line AoEs. Do the white, then orange. White first, then orange. You got plenty of time. White first, then orange. Cool, 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 cool. It's going to be a raid wide. Potentially, yeah, there it is. Everyone in the boss's hitbox, in the boss's hitbox. We might hold on for LB3 here. So just keep an eye on, I'm going to keep an eye on the HP here. Healers, just hold on until I call heal LB. Inside the boss's hitbox is a hot wing mechanic. Stand underneath the boss. Hold the boss here for the time being. This is going to be a knockback or hide with mercy swords, okay? You're going to see a clone at the edge of the arena. The clone is where that 4-sword adventure is going to originate from, all right? All right, it's going to be a knockback. Follow the Danger Dorito for now. Let's look at the pattern. We're going to get knocked back with the Danger Dorito. It's going to be a left, left, right, right from the clone. You see that clone where I left that A marker? It's going to be left, left, right, right from the clone's perspective, okay? Stay here. 1, 2, move through. Stay grouped. Stay grouped. Stay grouped. Break your chains now. Break your chains. Healers in the center. Healer LB3 in the center now. Everyone else, kill the boss. This is a raid wide going out. Kill this guy. Just trash him. Dumpster him. Take away his keyblades. You know, hit the camera. I don't know. Like, get him out of the parking lot. We don't want to see this mechanic. It's him or us. He's dead. It's cool. All right. Everyone stay in the arena. Don't leave. Only the duelist is going to go ahead. Only the duelist is going to go ahead and percept traps. Everyone stay here. You can pick up your box. Make sure to pick up your box. We have one of our allies taking a nap. We're just going to gently wake them up here. There we go. All right. Was there only one on the floor after that? Hell yeah, dude. Super clean. All right. We're going to very carefully maneuver our way to the next encounter. Do not take that glowing pad that you see ahead. We're going to go and take a right around the poison trap. Do not touch any of these traps. Please look to see where you're going. Avoid all these traps. And once we get past this explosion trap here, we're going to stand at the doorway. We're going to stand right here. Do not go past the Danger Dorito. Come back here. And we're going to let the duelist do their thing, all right? The duelist is going to have... I thought Reindeer was doing... No? Yeah? We have a duelist, right? Yeah. That's what I thought. Yeah, okay. So, we'll talk about some Dahu stuff, some Angry Pickle. Or Devil Joe. I've been balls deep in Monster Hunter recently, man. Love me some Angry Pickle. Thank God it's not, like the fucking Dragon Blight bullcrap, but yeah. I almost called him Devil Joe. Dahu is a trash encounter. It doesn't enrage, so we're not going to use lost actions for this fight. Save your lost actions for Queensguard. Don't use lost actions. There's only one mechanic I'm going to explain. It's limit cut. I know nobody likes limit cut. It's scary. I'm going to make this really simple.
Every mechanic is limit cut.
So we're gonna walk on up here. We're gonna just walk up to the barrier here. Since the duel has begun. You're gonna look at the arena, you're gonna notice some numbered waymarks. This is the cheat sheet. This is like ye old fashioned hacks. If you get 1 dot over your head, you're gonna go to the 1-way mark. If you get 2 dots over your head, you're gonna go to the 2-way mark. 3 to 3, 4 to 4. Put the square in the square hole. Okay. So if you get the limit cut, which is called spit flame, right? When that starts casting, you're gonna look over your head, make sure you don't have any numbers over your head. If you do have numbers, just count how many dots and then stand on the waymark. Trust me, stand on the waymark. There's gonna be a lion standing there. That is correct. It's untargetable, but if you get hit with the mechanic from spit flame, it will kill that lion if you're standing underneath it. So stand on the waymark and kill the you know what I'm kill the thing, kill the cat. That's the only explanation for this guy. Since this guy's a trash encounter and everyone's here, I'm just gonna have Anchor pull whenever he's ready. You can just fucking raw dog it. Hell yeah! All right, let's get started. First thing Dog who's gonna do, he's gonna scream real loud twice. He's gonna drop some rocks from the ceiling with those screams. You know, good thing that we have earplugs built into this game. Use your eyeballs, avoid these fallen rocks. More fallen rocks coming out. Now, he's going to lean forward, and if he's leaning towards you, get out of the way, because he's going to dash. See that? Clear in front of him. Do not be in front. He's going to do it one more time. One more time. Clear the way. Whee! And avoid this breath. Use your eyeballs. I trust you. Just don't be in it. Just get out of the way. Oh! Never mind, you're good. Pull this boss back to the center as best you can, Anchor. We're going to get some lion dashes. You see all the lions at the edge of the arena. They're untargetable. Don't worry about it. They're going to do some dashes. Just use your eyeballs. Avoid it. Here comes Spit Flame. Get ready for that that limit cut mechanic. Here it comes. Look over your head. Go now, go now, go now. 1 to 1, 2 to 2, 3 to 3, 4 to 4. 1 to 1, 2 to 2, 3 to 3, 4 to 4. Do that now. Kill the ad at your waymark. Hell yeah, brother. Now he's going to throw a temper tantrum. Avoid that, and then we're going to stand in where it resolves. Move to the other side. Hell yeah. Every time Shockwave or the temper tantrum happens, that's what's going to happen. Put your back to an empty gap on the wall and get knocked back to it. Secret Jutsu. Hell yeah. Only 2. Oh, well. Merry-go-round. Just avoid these 5 cleaves. If you're a caster, I'll tell you where you can stop to keep uptime. Stand on the Danger Dorito. If you're a caster, you can stand right here. It's nice and safe. You won't get hit. I promise. Nice. All right. Anchor is about to be targeted by a bunch of those lions. I need you to protect Anchor with everything you've got, all right? Now, Anchor, what I'm going to recommend you do is pop some mitigation, and then you're going to do a Beyblade maneuver. Hell yeah, you already know what's going on. Just Beyblade this guy around. Everyone AoE down the ads. Just kill these as best you can, as quick as you can. Do some mitigation. Healers, treat this like a really nasty tank buster. Just keep an eye on Anchor's HP. Everyone else, just kill these ads. Hell yeah, brother. All right, so here's what's going to happen. Everything we just saw is going to happen rapid fire. Order of operations is going to be fallen rocks. It's going to be the temper tantrum into limit cut. All right, so get ready for it. Here come the fallen rocks. Use your eyeballs. Here comes the temper tantrum. Get ready to avoid that half room cleave. And then we're going to dodge into it afterwards. Dodge into it. Look over your heads now. You might get a number. Here it comes. Look for the number. 1 to 1, 2 to 2, 3 to 3, 4 to 4. Tanks, if you get a flare, you're going to 3 and 4. Everyone else is going to 1 and 2. Right? The safe spots will be at 1 and 2. If you're a tank, you're going to 3. And if you're a tank with a flare, you're going to 3 and 4. Everyone else to 1 and 2. You did it the second time, Knuckle. All right. He's going to move back to the center on his own. There's going to be another merry-go-round. Just avoid the 5 cleaves. Same thing. Again, casters, I will stop at the earliest possible safe point right here. And you can keep your caster uptime nice and chocolatey. Keep her going. Now, there's going to be a Shockwave, another temper tantrum. We might see it. We might not. Yeah, he's dead. All right. Now, don't leave the arena yet, especially healers. Make sure that we pick up all of our sleepy friends off the floor. We don't want to leave them behind. We want them to get all their loot. We want them to experience all the joys that Dairy Queen has to offer. I am not sponsored by Dairy Queen, by the way. I've been to a Dairy Queen, I think, once or twice in my life for a Blizzard, I think, once or twice in my life. So I don't know how glorious Dairy Queen really is.
When I am done with this, I'm going to my local friendlies.
There you go.
I don't have a Dairy Queen nearby, so friendlies will have to do.
Make sure you grab your box here. I don't see anyone else on the floor. We do have a successful duel, by the way. So if we get a round of applause for Reindeer, they are. If we can clear Queensguard, Reindeer has now secured us another additional bit of loot, and they're going to have like a big juicy fucking DPS buff, and they will be cranking it. And by it, I mean damage. I knew somebody here was thinking peanuts.
I'm allergic
or
to
hog.
peanuts, so yeah, the person who won the duel is basically the main character of the story from now on.
No, main character is Anchor. What are you talking about? Main tank, main character. The duelist is just like supporting character, like supporting cast.
They're the
They're
rival.
like Kamina from Gurren Lagann. No responses out of that. Oh man, maybe no one's watched it.
I have, but I just think it's a wrong comparison because that means the duelist is going to die in this
No!
fight and be lost forever.
No. You see, Kamina had never actually truly died. He was there with Simone the whole time. Haven't you seen that? Never mind. Okay. All of these markers that I put down are going to be for tanks, right? 1 and 2 are going to be our main tanks. So if you'd like to main tank this encounter, stand on the 1 and 2 waymark. All right, cool. I'm going to upgrade your marker here, Anchor. And Kermit the Dark Knight. You're going to be main tank for the west half. Kermit the... Yeah. We have plenty of tanks. I've done this hundreds of times before. If you'd like to give this a shot, if you would like to do something, I promise it's fun. Stand on a waymark. Yeah. I mean, I'll do it if I have to, but, you know, I'd rather give people the opportunity to... No? Okay. Yeah, there we go. Okay, cool. So I'm going to start marking up some tanks here. So we're going to give you target to ignore 1, target to ignore 2. We're going to give you target to bind 1. Oops. Wrong button. An ancient. I'm going to give that. I'm going to give you back your marker. I apologize. So these are going to be our tanks. Now, I'm going to go over what these mean. I'm going to get an image real quick. This is going to be the Reflect map and the Aurasphere map. This is going to be important for the lettered tanks. The 1 and 2 tanks, you're going to be tanking your respective wing bosses. What that means is, Kermit, you're going to be tanking... you're going to be tanking the Knight and the Soldier. And Anchor, you're going to be tanking the Warrior and the Gunner. So the Warrior and the Knight spawn first. So Kermit, you're going to tank the Knight in the center. And Anchor, you're going to tank the Warrior on the edge of the arena. And the edge of the arena that I'm talking about here is this. So Warrior's going to be at Bravo. Knight is going to be in the center of the arena. When the Knight and the Warrior have been downed, it'll go to spawning the Soldier and the Gunner, at which point, Kermit, you'll pull the Soldier to Delta, and then the Gunner will be pulled to the center by you, Anchor. So, yeah. Now, if you've been marked with a target to ignore or a target to bind, you're going to be an Aurasphere tank. What that means is if you take a look at Raid Text Chat, I have a map there. It's a very simplistic map. The red dots are going to be Aura Spheres, and everything else is going to be Reflect Spheres. You're going to ignore the Reflect Spheres. I want you to only pay attention to the red circles. So essentially, where I'm standing right here, right now, where I'm jumping with the Danger Dorito, this is a potential spawn point, this is the southern spawn point. Somewhere right around this area is where the Aura Sphere in the south is going to spawn. And then in the north, same deal. It's going to be like right about here. Right? If you've been assigned target to ignore 1 or 2, you're going to be going to that northern Aura Sphere. If you've been assigned target to bind 1 or 2, the purple chain, you're going to be the southern tanks. If you've noticed, you'll have a number on your marker. if you have been assigned first or one, or target to ignore one, you're going to be the first in line to turn your stance on. You will tank the Aura Sphere, and you will make sure you establish aggro as best you can. Now, we have a living, breathing duelist. All right, our duelist is going to generate a lot of damage, which means, in turn, a lot of aggro. And since this is a DPS check phase, tanks, just assume that you may have to spam your lightning shot or your tomahawk or whatever it is that your ranged aggro generation tool. Fucking Gunbreakers have it sick because we can just also spam trajectory. We can fucking weave aggro gen. Anyways, whatever it takes to generate aggro, okay? And you're gonna tank that, it's gonna die, and then you're gonna get an orange arrow over your head. If you successfully were first in threat when the target dies, you're gonna get an arrow over your head, you're gonna invuln it. All right. So Bolide or Home Gang, whatever it is that you've got to use, you're just gonna invuln that orange arrow over your head. It does a lot of damage. Kitchen sinking it is unreliable. Just use your invuln. Make it easy, make it simple. One last thing. Anchor and Kermit, during the soldier and gunner phase, there's going to be a turret phase. There's going to be 2 turrets that spawn in the arena. Kermit, you're going to handle the west turret. It's going to spawn essentially behind your soldier. So if you have the soldier at Delta, it'll spawn like right behind your soldier, closer to the center of the arena. You'll be able to tank the soldier and also tank that turret. You're just going to switch to the turret and, again, like, just generate as much aggro as you can. One sniper shot begins to cast. About halfway through or 70% of the way through that cast, because it's a slow cast, you'll pop your Living Dead and you'll invuln it, okay? Anchor, same deal. Your turret's going to show up on the east side. Since you're going to be tanking in the middle, it's going to be between your boss and the Bravo markers. Just be aware of that. You might have to step, the gunner might follow you a little bit away from center. That's A-okay. As long as it's like close to center, that's all I want. I just want it to be easy to find the gunner. And the easiest way to find the gunner is by putting in the middle. Right. That's going to be all the tank duties. Do I begin only on men's for then? If you'd like to, if you want to be very safe, that's probably the safe way to do it. You can provoke and then on men a couple times. If you have yours ready, you can probably just provoke on men and then just tear Dark Knight ass, right? Because Dark Knight just those thing. Yeah. But if you feel like unmending is probably going to be the safer bet, you can do that too. It's usually the safest bet because it's specifically designed to just generate aggro. So I will leave that up to your discretion. I will let you choose what you want to do. Next, I need Reflect volunteers. Okay. This is primarily going to be healers. Anyone with a Lost Reflect, don't slot in Lost Reflect right now. Just call out if you are going to reflect an orb. I need a Reflect Alpha through Foxtrot. You can be in an alliance that doesn't share the same letter as the orb you're reflecting. That's just how we labeled the orbs, A through F. Just a heads up, Sophia, Alpha was already called. So I have Reflect C, Charlie, Foxtrot, Alpha, Bravo, Echo, looking for a Delta Reflect. Unless I missed it. Okay, Delta. Cool. So we have all of our reflectors. Are there any reflectors that volunteered this is their first time reflecting? Oh, cool. It looks like we have people who've reflected before. It's been a long time since that's happened to me. Basic rundown, take a look at the map and raid text chat. The letter that you called is going to be assigned to 2 specific orbs that spawn on the field. During the final phase, orbs will appear. They need to be reflected to be killed. They are resistant enough to normal damage. They aren't going to die quickly. Reflecting and standing in the puddle, the little AoE damage thing that they do that they pulse, will actually reflect enough damage back to kill them. If you are a healer or a DPS, tanks cannot do this. In fact, if you are a tank and you do have light curtains and you decide to help, just remember that it's going to take 2 pulses, okay? Make sure we're wiggling, by the way. I usually am really bad at mentioning that, but don't get AFK kicked, because it happens. You're just going to stand on the starting orb, the one that's labeled like with a letter or number, and then the blue circle, the one that has the arrow pointing to it, that's going to be your path. You're going to go from the black sphere or the black circle that you've been assigned to or that you assigned yourself to, and then you're going to go to the blue circle that's associated with it. For example, where I'm standing right now and jumping, this is the delta orb. This is the first one you start with. So you'll pop reflect, you'll stand in the puddle. When the puddle goes away and it dies because you reflected the damage back to it, the next one will be over here, right? As an example, right? So if you look at the map is oriented true north. That's kind of the rundown for everyone else on how reflect works. Dispels. I need 2 volunteers for dispeller. Minimum of 2 dispellers. If we get 3, that's cool. But a maximum of 3. I need at least 2 dispellers. Just call it out and yell chat. And if it's your first time, you don't know what to dispel, just let me know, and we'll go through it. You're only going to be dispelling a single target, but it's important. We do need it. The reason we're getting multiple dispellers is just in case one guy goes down, we still have other people running dispel to pick it up. I know we have, preferably people who haven't, that aren't reflecting. To do dispel, just to be on the the safer side with lost actions here. I brought it if you need. Yeah, I mean, I do need it. Yeah, I do need it. So dispel. If you're gonna do dispel, Sophia, you can slot it in now, and then the other slot you're gonna be taking your Spellforge or your Steel Sting, whatever is the opposite of your partner. Okay, Rain, you'll be a dispeller. We do need it, so that'll be our 2 dispellers. You will be dispelling the Queen's Warrior. During the first phase, the Queen's Warrior will cast an ability called Boost after every major set piece mechanic. Don't worry, I will call it out. I will be like, the Warrior is boosting, the Warrior is boosted, please dispel now. And I'll keep an eye on it. I'll like, please dispel until it's gone. If I say it like 5 times in a row, I'm not being mean. I'm not trying to jab at you. I'm just kind of keeping everyone updated that we might have to, like, mitigate out the butthole to make sure we don't die from the resulting raid wide. If the raid wide is boosted, it does a lot of damage. It's survivable, but it does a lot of damage. And it needs mitigation planning if we want to survive it. Otherwise, if we just dispel boost, we don't have to worry about it. The raid wide will hit like normal, all that good stuff. Exodia, if you want to be 3rd dispel, I'm absolutely okay with that. The more dispels, the better, but only 3. I don't want to waste. I don't have too many people pull out dispels. Cool. So that's everything set up for that. I'm gonna talk about one mechanic. Okay, so on our trip to Dairy Queen, I don't know if you can tell by looking at these stooges. These are the fry cooks at the local Dairy Queen. What they're going to try to do is they're going to try and tempt you with onion rings, and a whole bunch of other stuff. I'm gonna talk about a mechanic specifically from the soldier and the gunner phase. Okay, during the soldier and the gunner phase, there's going to be an onion ring mechanic. You're going to be given an onion ring. It's going to be around your character, and it's going to have a bite taken out of it because we just couldn't help ourselves. What you're going to do is you're going to look for the bite mark, the hole in your onion ring, right? And during the mechanic with the onion ring, you're going to point your hole to the gunner first, and then you're going to let the gunner shoot into your hole. And then afterwards, there's going to be some turrets on the east and west. They're going to have little arrows underneath them on their hitbox. You're just going to let one of the arrows from that turret, or just a turret, shoot directly into your hole right afterwards. So you're going to take 2 shots from the gunner, then the turret on the wall. I call it an onion ring. It's the Mustadio mechanic. If you've done Orban Monastery and you remember the Mustadio mechanic, it's the show your weakness, show your hole to Mustadio so you can inspect it. That's what we're doing here. But it's going to be from the gunner first, so show your hole to the gunner first, and then to a turret on the wall. Right? It looks like an onion ring, and you don't want them to shoot your onion ring because if it hits your onion ring, it'll hurt you to your soul. Everyone loves onion rings, and if you don't love onion rings, for the purposes of this raid, you now love onion rings. And that debuff will fall off once the raid is over. Okay, so last thing, healers, make sure you have your Spellforge Steel Sting slotted. You don't need to slot Reflect in yet if you're a Reflector. Once I will tell you when you can slot Reflect. And Dispellers, make sure you have your Dispel slotted to start with. Do your Reflect. Do your your Spellforge and Steel Sting during the 30-second countdown. Okay. Apply it to your teammates. There is like a little cheat sheet thing. Here you go. I got this. Here you go. Raid text chat. If you don't know who to give what buff, Raid text chat has the thing. So if you're ready to go, jump on the Charlie marker. That'll let me know you're all ready. You're here. You're not AFK. You're not asleep at the wheel. You got a pulse. The most important part of doing DRS is being alive and having fun and being here. Oh. Mimiru, you here? Oh, okay, cool. They're moving. Yeah. What about you? Doornail? What a name. All right, cool. I think we're good to go. I'm going to calibrate our countdown for 30 seconds. Take a deep breath. Start doing your Spellforge and your Steel Sting. Double check. Make sure you have food active. Make sure you have enough food active. We're going to be using lost actions for this fight. This fight doesn't rage. We want to kill these guys as fast as possible. I'm pretty sure that these fry cooks just... I think they've been spitting in blizzards. We got to teach them a lesson, right? Yeah. So get up nice and close. Don't target them yet, but get up nice and close. We can just do as much AoE damage as possible. All tanks turn on your tank stances, by the way. Pull them to the center. Pull them to the center. Pull them center. Center. Pull them in the center for now. Kermit. Sorry about that. Raid wide going out. When I say tank stance is off, all tank stance is off except for the main tank. So that'll be Kermit and Anchor. Okay. Can we please get Spellforge in Alpha Alliance? Okay, tank stance is off. All tank stance is off. Only Kermit and Anchor should have their stances. Kermit, just hold the boss there for now. No. We're going to take that knight to the center, please. Take the knight to the center. All good. We want to be doing physical damage. You want the yellow buff, click off the purple buff. If you have the purple buff, you're not doing damage. You want the yellow one, you want to be doing physical damage, all right? Try to keep the boss's HPs equal. We want to do equal damage. We want them to die at the same time. First major mechanic is going to be the bomb mechanic, okay? Bombs are going to be tethered. It's going to be a knockback from the center. If you are chained, you're going to a small bomb. Chains to small bomb. If you didn't get chained, you're going to a big bomb. You're going to get knocked back from the center, 45 to 90 degrees from the approach of the knight. If that sounds a little confusing, don't worry about it. You're going to get knocked back from the center. Just don't be in line with the knight. Get to your bomb, get to your bomb, get to your bomb. If you fall first, go to where a bomb exploded. If you fall first, go to where a bomb exploded. And get back to your bosses. Warrior will be boosting very shortly here. Dispellers at the ready. There is the boost cast. Wait for it. Wait for it. Dispel the warrior now. Dispel the warrior now. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Perfect dispel. Raid wide going out. A little more damage on the knight. We want to keep them balanced in HP totals. Right. We got a little bit of downtime for this next mechanic, so I'm just going to start explaining it early. There's going to be a wind and gravity puddle. Wind is going to be green. Gravity is going to be purple. You're going to get chained again. Get ready to look for the chain. You might not get chained. Chains will go to green wind. No chains will go to purple gravity, okay? So look now. If you have a chain right now, you're going to wind. If you don't have a chain right now, you're going to purple gravity. Go to your puddles now. We're going to meet up in the center. It's going to be a shield mechanic. Remember, it's going to be a donut. Get in the donut, and avoid the french fries. You see the french fries? Bad french fries. Stand on the danger Dorito instead. We like Doritos. Bad french fries. Warrior is boosted. Dispellers, please dispel the warrior. Please dispel, please dispel. Dispel the warrior. Yeah, okay, raid wide. Okay, a little more on the warrior, Warrior is very healthy. These are tank busters on main threat. Please just mitigate and heal your tanks. All right, we're going to see the same pattern of mechanics over again. A little more on the knight. Try to keep them balanced. We are still in Steel Sting. You want to do physical damage. don't have the purple buff. You want the yellow buff. Okay. This bomb mechanic will most likely be associated with the sword. Get ready to check your chains. Just get ready to no. Kill the knight. 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 Kill. All right. Kermit, you're gonna take the soldier to Delta first. Hold the gunner there, Anchor. Hold the gunner right there. Okay, now you can move the gunner to the center. We just don't want them to get close enough to tether. All right. First major mechanic is gonna be the Flame and Frogs mechanic. There's gonna be some balls of fire. Small balls are the ones that we want to pay attention to. The big balls are dangerous. They're gonna turn into frogs and they're gonna jump around. Why they're frogs? I have no idea, dude. Don't worry about it. I'll tell you where the safe spot is. Main tanks, you do not move until you get your onion ring, okay? Main tanks, you're gonna stay where you are. Okay, safe spot's gonna be Charlie. Wait for the onion ring. Wait for the onion ring, main tanks. Now you can move to the safe spot. Main tanks can now move to the safe spot. Point your hold to the gunner in the center. Show your hold to the gunner. Show your hold to the gunner. Show your hold to the gunner. Now to a turret on the wall. Turret on the wall. Turret on the wall. Back to your bosses. Get back nice and quick. Don't let them move. Perfect. All right. This is Tank Busters on main threat. There's going to be a raid wide to shortly follow afterwards. Okay. We're gonna get some. Gun turrets. Yeah, gun turrets. I'm remembering correctly. Yeah, it's got to be gun turrets. So main tanks, just be ready to pick up your gun turrets. Just be aware. There's gonna be a lot of downtime, so there's gonna be like this cast here, and then there's gonna be the gun turret cast. So there it is. Get ready for your turrets. Everyone else, we're gonna kill these turrets as fast as we can. Start with the west one first. Kermit, pick up your gun turret here real quick. Just provoke it. Yeah, there you go. Hell yeah. And then invuln. Nice. Oh no! I'm gonna pull that away. Pull that away. Don't worry. Mitigate. Oh yeah, baby. That's all right. If you bounce, just get back up. Treat it like nothing happened. We're gonna keep going with the mechanics. Get ready for. Oh. Can I get a tank to just pull that apart? Pull just any tank. Keep moving. Keep moving. Keep moving. Just pull the. Yeah, there we go. Next major mechanic is going to be double jumpy boys. There's going to be some clones. The untethered clones are the safe ones. I will pay attention to which way they are jumping, and I will tell you what the safe spots are, okay? So here we go. Clones are appearing. Don't worry, we'll try to get people up as best we can. Safe clones are going to be at 1 and 3. They're at Alpha and Bravo. They're at 1 and 2. 1, Bravo, 2 is all safe. Point your hold to the gunner in the center. Point your hold to the gunner in the center. Hold to the gunner in the center. Now to a turret on the wall. Get back to it. Thank you, Knackle. This is a raid wide going out. Don't work on arises now. We're going to try and get healer LB3s as best we can. I don't have healer LB3 in my party. Tank Busters going out. Knackle, can I get a read? Do we have LB3 soon? Can't tell. Yeah.
LB3 is ready. LB3 is ready.
Okay. Hold up. We're going to wait for this mechanic, and then we'll heal our LB3, all right? This is going to be normal turrets. Normal turrets, okay? Stop damage on bosses. Just avoid the normal mode turrets. There's going to be a fire. Stop moving. Disengage. Hands off. No auto attack. Don't do anything. Okay, don't engage with the bosses yet. Healers in the center. Healer LB3 if you have it. If you have it. Healer LB3 in the center. Kill the bosses. Kill the gunner. Aurasphere tanks. Get in position. Target to ignore and target to bind 1. Turn your stances on. Reflectors in position. Alpha Bravo Charlie North. Delta Echo Foxtrot South. Make sure to kill the Auraspheres first. Everyone kill Auraspheres first. Then go to the bosses. Cool. Reflectors in position. Do your thing. Wait for the... Don't attack the bosses. Okay. Don't touch the crusty bits on the shield. Engage the bosses. As much DPS as you can. I think that was... that looks like Echo. We need a cover for Echo Reflect. Disengage, do not attack bosses. Disengage, disengage. Re-engage, get ready to, next Aura Sphere tanks in position. Reflectors in position. Kill the Aura Spheres first. Kill the Aura Spheres now. Kill the Aura Spheres first, and then the bosses. Invuln the Spite check, the tanks. Re-engage on bosses. Kill the bosses. We got the time. We got the damage. Deep breaths. It hurts, but we did it. Oh, mama. All right. Everyone stay in the arena. Let's not leave anyone behind. Okay. Healer protocol. If you are going to be resurrecting or casting Lost Arise, stand on the body first, then slot in Lost Arise. Use up your charges, and then get off the body. Let somebody else slot in Lost Arise, and then let them do their charges, all right? This is just so we don't have multiple people using Lost Arise on the same person. If one reses and one doesn't, or we don't waste charges or procs, it helps... it's going to help us... we just don't want a ton of people responding to the same emergency, as Knackle puts it. That's what I was trying to get at. We want to conserve our resources. That's what I was trying to say. Yeah. Gunner wandered away. So somebody else must have... Interesting. Yeah, that was really strange. Either way, I feel bad. Oh my god, you know what happened? I reflexively fired off tank LB. That's why I couldn't tell how much fucking LB. And it still missed. It still took too long to engage. Yeah, oh well. Learning experience. Make sure you grab both boxes. Fucking high five to Reindeer for getting us that second box. I believe everyone is up. I don't see anyone else taking a nap on the floor. Let's go and deal with the Arby's wizard.
Does the duelist lose their buff if they die?
No.
Sick.
No, it's just like an essence. But it has a duration on it. So, you know.
I also have a question.
Yeah.
Is there anything I can do if my computer's like getting fried? People's movement is like very jittery right now.
I change it to like laptop settings. Maybe the lower load, maybe the lower end graphics will probably smooth things out for the time being.
Maybe, I don't know.
I don't know what kind of issue you have, so I wouldn't know what would work. Tanks, make sure your stances are off. Where's our boy? Where's our boy Anchor? Where is he? Where's my boy? Ah, there he is. I was looking for the two on the other side of the arena. My boy. There we go. We're going to do some gambling here. We're going to do some gamba. If you notice that the people are grouping up on either the east or the west side of the arena, feel free to join us. Hug the wall if you do so. Looks like Anchor is gambling on the 4 mark. It's going to be a 4-gang kind of day. I'm feeling it. Anchor would never lead us astray. So all of you losers, absolute buffoons over at 1, get ready to feel the pain of gambling the wrong side. I want to see, by the way, if you're gambling on 1, you better drop your star on 1. You better drop your stuff on 1 and feel the pain when it's going to be 4, okay? I'm just telling you right now, it's going to be 4. All of you on 4, true to the gambler soul, we're going to drop everything, all of our puddles, all of our ley lines right here. We're going to try and DPS as best we can. It's going to be up to... It's 100%. 4 is for losers? Are you calling Knackle a loser? Anyways... you can pull whenever you're ready. This is a trash fight. So you can use the last charges on your lost actions here. Any leftover charges you have, just absolutely dumpster this guy. The Arby's wizard is trying to steal like all the recipes from Dairy Queen. I don't know why. I don't know what they would have that Arby's wants, but we're gonna see. We're gonna see. No, Arby's magic. We're going to 1. Everyone to 1. Oh well. We're gonna follow the donut down. This is just like normal mode. It might be a little bit faster. I don't know. I think it's the same speed personally. Some people say it's faster. I don't know. I think they're wonderful people. It's fine. We're gonna just avoid the purple jam at the end. Don't touch the purple goo. If you even a pinky toe will kill you. And we're gonna move to Bravo. Move to Bravo. Move to Bravo. And then we're gonna move back to Alpha once that that little yeah, okay. Back to Alpha. And we're gonna chill. Alright. Bravo is gonna explode 3 times, and then we'll move to Bravo. And then Alpha will explode 3 times, and we'll come back to Alpha. We're just gonna wait for Bravo to explode thrice. 1, 2, Bravo. Somebody has a hot mic going, by the way. We're gonna wait for 3 blasts on Alpha. There's 1. There's 2. And 3. Move back to Alpha. And if you really want to, you can kind of start moving to the middle. It's gonna go to the center and become untargetable. All right, he's gonna call his other wizard friends. Right? You're gonna start doing all these shenanigans. The red ones you want to beat to a pulp. You want to pulp them. The white ones you want to heal to death. Okay, so Benediction instantly kills. I don't know what they've done where Benediction is fatal, but they must have done something nasty. Red ones, remember, pulp them. Just wave 2 out of 3. If you see that one's still alive, even if you're on the other side of the arena, just try to get over to it as quick as you can. Kill it ASAP. Last wave. Once we kill all these wraiths, the barrier will go down. We're going to interrupt his cast. Interrupt. Cool, 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 cool. Any remaining charges of lost actions you might have for damage, fire them off here. And we're just going to dumpster this kid. Hopefully, we don't see the second half of this. I don't know what it is. For some reason, I can't learn to just look at a glance how this works. Oh, yeah, well, don't worry about it. So stay here. Stay here. There's traps ahead. These traps are very important that we don't hit them by accident. Okay, is anyone... No, no one's dead. All right. Our Preceptor for Phantom, Huon Ravencrest. Yeah. You're gonna slot in Perception, and you're gonna go ahead and start percepting all the traps. We're all gonna stay here. We're gonna let Huon go on their own. So just keep going. Keep going. Go ahead of us. Everyone else stay here. Everyone else stay here. Don't go through that doorway. Don't you do it. Be very careful while percepting. Just avoid all the traps. We're chill, guys. We got time. Thank you, Knackle. Keep going. You keep going down the hallway. By the way, no, not you guys. Huon, continue to go through. You're gonna see a zone to go through, like a transfer. You'll like go downstairs. Do that. Be very careful at the bottom of the staircase too. Make sure you are looking where you're going before you enter. You might see some pink traps. Under no circumstances touch those pink traps. All right. All right. I think that's enough of a head start. We're gonna just no peloton, no sprinting. Okay, turn your camera. Avoid all the traps as best you can. Be very careful. Do not enter a hallway unless you know exactly where the trap is. Avoid it. All right, keep going, keep going. Careful. Okay, I've seen people get really close. You're not paying attention. Don't you do it. Yeah, don't touch the bacon angels. Don't touch the stars. Don't touch the weird, like, purple goop. There's no weird purple goop this time around. Don't touch the bacon angels. Hug the right wall once you get downstairs. Sorry, don't do that because there's a trap in the hallway. Get through the hallway nice and safe. Once the hallway is cleared, then you can hug the right wall. Avoid the bacon angel. Yes, 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 yes. Okay. We've got plenty of time here. We're gonna do a 5-minute break, a bio break. You need to go get a drink, any of that stuff. I need to go get a drink for certain because I didn't start the runoff properly. So that's probably why the Queen's Guard thing happened. I let you guys down. So I'll be right back. 5 minutes. We'll reconvene at 56 after. Code Red girl here. Oh my god, how do you handle that much? I don't know what it is about I cannot handle Mountain Dew anymore. Like it is one of those things that makes me feel like physically ill after I drink it. But the moment we've all been waiting for. Oh yeah, baby. Whew. All right. We still got some time. So wait, how do you feel about Mountain Dew promo? Oh, you know how I did it? I have a coworker that will tell people, "No, I don't eat sugar. I don't no sugar whatsoever. I don't consume sugar." And he'll drink like 3 to 6 bottles of Mountain Dew in a shift. And so all I do is I just go over to his shopping cart and I just take the caps. I was taking the caps off his bottle. And I was just putting them in.
I tried Mountain Dew once. I can't stomach that
No,
stuff. I think it was
dude,
I'm trying to remember. It was like some citrus flavored one, and like I took a sip, gave it to my father. He took a sip, and we both agreed never to touch this stuff again.
I need to say this. My coworker, because every time I tell people the Mountain Dew thing, they're like, "Oh my god, dude, this guy, how?" You don't know the half of it. This guy comes into work every night. I work at a hardware store, okay? I do forklift junk, all right? And I work overnight. And so this guy shows up, and every break, every first break, he goes to the Safeway, to the grocery store that's right next to us. He buys one of those gallon jugs of orange juice. He'll buy like the pack of the Foster's Farms like chicken patty like thing, right? He'll buy like a whole meal for like a week. And he will eat that whole thing on lunch. Every single fucking chicken burger in that bag. He'll by lunch, he will have already killed that gallon of orange juice, and there'll be about 3 to 4 bottles of Mountain Dew in his shopping cart that are spent. And the guy chews, so like one of them just has chew spit in it.
Ugh.
Oh my! The amount, and I don't eat sugar, man. I don't eat sugar. I don't. It's orange juice. It's healthy. Do you know how much sugar is in that gallon of orange juice, dude? Bro, I can't with that guy. What job would Kami to play, Samurai?
He would probably also run an illegal mod to make his sword like 4 times longer than it's supposed to be.
All right, time's up. Welcome back. We're gonna get started on TA. TA is not an easy fight. However, what I'm gonna go over is just gonna be my calls for the sword cleaves. and how the temperature mechanic works. Everything else is going to be handled through calls, all right? This fight is personal responsibility. I cannot call where you need to go for you. That is the difficulty with this boss. If you fail the temperature mechanic, you are dead. If you fail a mechanic, it's gonna likely result in you failing the temperature mechanic, and you will be dead because of the temperature mechanic. Okay, there is a forced march. Just know that you've probably seen this from the CE, the critical engagement, not the the skirmish. Sorry, in Southern Front or Zadnor or wherever. There's a skirmish somewhere that has a forced march in it, right? You're gonna get that red icon with the white arrow. It's gonna turn your character that direction, and it'll move you 2 tiles worth of space, or distance. Okay. So be aware that that exists. Temperature mechanic. Here we go. I'm gonna go get the graphic. I'm just gonna show you. I just need to show you what the icons look like. Okay. Take a look at Rate Text Chat. Oh. Somebody already got. I'll just do this. Thank you, Umblin.
No problem. Was gonna
The
post a
first-
gift, but I'm not allowed.
The first thing we're gonna look at is gonna be those buffs along the top of that chart. Ignore the ones on the left side for now. Ignore the chart entirely. Just look at the icons at the top of the chart. That is your overhead temperature. Okay, it looks like a head and shoulders, like a silhouette of a person, arrows over the head, overhead temperature. At any point in time, if you remember in normal mode, you have that gauge over your head. Whatever is in your gauge is directly tied to this buff, the one at the top of that chart. Okay, so if you see the 2 blue arrows, you're gonna have 2 ice in your gauge. If you get hit by a mechanic and it changes what's in your gauge, that debuff will change along with it. Okay, that is your current, in the moment, overhead temperature. All right? Now, the second one that you see there is the elemental brand. It looks like a thermometer. All right? That has a timer on it. It's a debuff that gets assigned, and you will have both the head and shoulders and the thermometer at the same time. And you're going to probably think, oh my fucking god, what is happening? Relax, take a deep breath. I'm going to try to explain this in the best way I can. We're going to ignore the timer on the thermometer, okay? Don't worry about the timer. We want to, because we can't change the thermometer, the thing that we can change is our overhead temperature, the temperature we currently have. And all this mechanic is asking you to do is make sure that your current overhead temperature is opposite of your thermometer by the end of the mechanic. If the mechanic finishes and your temperature over your head is opposite of your thermometer, you have successfully completed the mechanic and you live, right? If you don't have the opposite of your thermometer, you will die. The first 3 mechanics need you to get to neutral, aka if you have 2 ice in your overhead bar, you want to get hit by 2 fire so you get the gray neutral icon and you're good. The last 3 mechanics will have the temperature, the elemental brand, the thermometer debuff. It'll have both of those buffs, the head and shoulders and the thermometer. Okay, so the first 3 you want to get to neutral. The last 3 you want to be opposite of your thermometer debuff. Okay, the middle manager here, this lady, the Trinity Avowed TA middle manager for Dairy Queen, she's, I mean, like, the hot and cold bipolar thing is 100% the most dangerous thing about her, all right? Just as long as you understand how the temperature mechanic works and the brand works, that's all you need to know about the mechanics. I will handle sword calls in a particular way. I know people like the goofy, weird, funny markers, but I'm going to set mine up. Here we go. Now, take a look at the markers on the field. You're going to notice some numbers on the ground. Please bear in mind that my numbers are set up a little bit differently from some other people's. Just be aware of where the placement is. Be sure that if you're going to use the way, I'm using the way marks for the guide here. So, for example, so sword phase. There's going to be 4 clones. They're untargetable. It's a full downtime mechanic. All you have to do is just survive the mechanic, aka get to neutral or get opposite of your elemental brand, your thermometer debuff. If I say that 3 is the safe tile, and I'm going to put this waymark just temporary. A is just going to be there temporarily. If I say 3 is safe, that means that whole dark green tile that the 3 waymark is resting on is not going to be struck by anything. Now, this is good in one way because it means that you're not going to get hit with anything. It's also bad because it's not going to adjust your temperature, and you may need to do that. And in every sword phase, you will have to at least get struck once by a temperature mechanic. The way that you're going to resolve this to adjust your temperature safely, right? You are going to look at either the 4 or the 2 or the alpha or the delta tile. Okay, these are going to be the north, the tile directly north, east, south, and west of the safe tile. So if 3 is safe and it's not getting struck, that means the tile directly to the north, east, south, and west will be viable tiles to stand on to adjust your temperature. At which point you will just look for the clone that has the temperature you need. You'll see which way they're holding up their sword, and you'll see which of those tiles coincides with the sword cleave that you need to get hit by. Okay? I know it's confusing. I know it's a tough mechanic. If it doesn't make sense, you'll figure it out, learn with your bodies, and it'll make sense either immediately or you're probably going to need to get slapped a few more times. This is a very difficult mechanic. Don't let it get you down, okay? Just pay attention as best you can. Look what other people are doing. See if you can kind of figure out what's going on. Another important note is that if I say that 3 is the safe tile and you move to where the 1 is, or the dark green tile to the south of 2, that is instant death. That will instantly kill you, all right? Diagonal is bad. Cardinal is good. Safe tile means you're not going to get hit. Cardinal is where you want to go 1 tile cardinal, north, south, east, west, to get struck by a temperature you need. That being said, we're going to talk about lost actions here for tanks. Tanks, make sure that you have Aether Shield slotted. If you have 2 tanks, you can have 1 Aether Shield tank and 1 tank doing damage. If that Aether Shield tank goes down, then just be aware that you will have to slot Aether Shield to compensate. Elena, I will be doing Aether Shield for... oh, never mind. If you want to do that, that's cool. I will be backup Aether Shield. I'll just find a DPA. Yeah, we'll do this. Yeah, boy. Oh, you have him on the right side, too. Oh, my God. I love this Kermit tank, dude. Kermit, you're fucking amazing. Take notes. Those lost actions are on the correct sides. Anyways. So tanks are going to Aether Shield after every raid wide. Casters, like DPS casters with Cure 4. After every raid wide, it's probably good practice just to fire off a Cure 4 to help your healers out. It also refreshes your bravery buff, your damage buff. That being said, Shell should have been passed out. Stand in front of the purple line in the arena where I'm at. If you have Shell 2 on you, if you do not have Shell 2, stand behind the purple line so you can be given Shell 2. Spooky, you got Shell 2. It's Levioso has Shell 2. Yeah. Lamia, you have Shell 2. Yeah. Hironobu, you have Shell 2. Animal Mythseeker, you've got it. Kaliska, you've got it. Knuckles just chilling back there. Same with Aldous. Both of you got it. All right, cool. Everyone stand in front of the purple line when you're ready to go. This boss does enrage. We want to kill her as quickly as possible. Make sure your food is up to date. You got enough food for the fight. We want to use our lost actions. We want to use our tinctures, all that good stuff. Oh, they're talking about the placement. All right, cool. I'm going to calibrate our countdown for 30 seconds. Take a deep breath, sending it. She's not a cakewalk. All right, just be aware. She's tough. Don't feel bad if you hit the ground. Okay, if you hit the deck and you re-raise, use another re-raiser, and then just get back in the fight. Don't worry about it. Nobody's gonna make fun of you. It's a learning experience. You learn better by taking hits and getting back up. All right. That being said, just keep calm, deep breaths, and we got this. All right, all tank stances off. Only anchors have their stance on. Tanks in front. She's going to start with a tank buster, actually. Little unusual, but Papa mitigation stacked with anchor. Raid wide will be coming very shortly after. Ether shield, stone skin. Ether shield, sorry. I'm going to say stone skin. Don't worry about that. It's just force of habit at this point. But ether shield that. Cool. Now, get ready for the arsenal. This is going to be our pattern here. Get away from the boss. Get away. This is a chariot. It's a point blank AoE. If I say chariot, that's the point blank circle. That's what it looks like. That. Let's see. What else is it? In front of the boss. Our pattern today is going to be bow, staff, sword. Bow, staff, sword is our pattern today. Everyone pre-positioned behind the boss. She will center herself in the middle of the arena on the two-way mark and look north. Everyone behind the boss. And we're going to start in bow phase. All of the temperature mechanics for this mechanic will be returned to neutral. Tanks in front. Here is your force march. Everyone look at your debuff. This is your force march. You're going to use the force march to take you to the safe side, okay? We're going to force march away from a column of fire. Just be ready for it. Here it comes. Look for the column of fire. You want to point your force march away from it. You want to force march to delta. Force march to delta. Force march to delta. Point. If you die in the fire and resurrect, have a healer rescue you out of the fire. Let's see. We got 2 resers. Healers pick up, rescue your players out of the fire. Nice. Take a look over your head. This is your overhead temperature. You want to get hit by what will make you neutral. So opposite, get hit by opposite. Right? Go now. Draw it out. It'll take every left and right turn on the way down. It doesn't trace it out for you. Every left and right down the ladder. Cool. Group up. She's going to do a raid wide. Ether shield, stone skin. Ether shield, stone skin. Move her to the center as best you can. All right. This is going to be get away. This is that point blank I was talking about, the chariot. Get away. Don't greet it if you don't know how. Just be safe with it. And everyone group up on the two-way mark. Here comes your overhead temperature. Now, you're going to get a force march. Pay attention to your force march. You're going to use the force march to move to the boulder that you need to get hit by, okay? Remember, you want to be neutral by the end of this mechanic. You want that overhead, like that head and shoulders debuff to be gray. Everyone in the middle, get ready to point your force march to the boulder you need. Point now. Just respect the mechanic. You can't do damage if you're dead. Back to the middle. Ether shield, stone skin. Ether shield. I keep saying stone skin. It's habit. I'm sorry. I know you're probably wondering what the hell is that. Don't worry about it. I'm just gonna say it. It'll be good. Just help out with those cure 4s. I'm seeing some low HP totals. There you go. Oh, I see what's going on here. I'm swapping to ether shield. In front of the boss. Oh my god, I'm sorry. I was dealing with... Oh boy. Alright, that's fine. Shake it off. That's my bad. What's going to happen here is there's going to be a bunch of clones that appear. This is a downtime mechanic. Hold on to any burst you've got. Just listen to the calls. Safe tile is... 2 is the safe tile. Move north, south, east, or west by 1 whole tile to get struck by a temperature that you need. 2 is the safe tile. Next, safe tile. 4 is the safe tile. 4 is the safe tile. 4 is the safe tile. Cool. Ether shield, stone skin. Ether shield, stone skin. Ether shield, stone skin. All right. We're going to be going into complicated advanced mechanics, okay? All that means is that now the thermometer debuff, the elemental brand, is going to show up. She's going to move on her own, get behind the boss, get behind the boss, get behind the boss, wait for the cleave, and then we will pre-position east and west of the boss. We might be on these dark green tiles east and west of the boss, or we might be on the white intercardinal tiles of the boss. Just get ready for it. White intercardinal tiles of the boss, we're going to look for the column of fire, get ready to pop sprint, wait for the cleaves. Pop sprint, move to Bravo, move to Bravo, move to Bravo. Run, 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 run. Go, 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 go. Yeah. Okay, this is a very difficult mechanic. Pay very close attention. Here is your overhead temperature. Here comes your elemental brand. You need to be opposite of your brand by the end of the mechanic. If you are already opposite, look for the empty space and treat it like an arrow with no temperature. Here is your force march. You will need to force march 2 tiles to get struck by the tile, to end on the tile that's getting struck by your arrow, okay? Figure out what you need to get hit by. Look at where it's going. Move now. Just respect the mechanic. Do your force march. You need to force march 2 tiles to where your arrows will end up. Go now, go now, go now. Tanks in between the boss and the wall. Get ready for the raid wide, ether shield, ether shield, ether shield. Tanks pop some mitigation. We're going to stack the buster in between the boss and the wall here. If you're not a tank, do not be at the wall. After this, just move her to the center as best you can. We're going to hold on to LB3s. Wait for my call, okay? Do not initiate healer LB3 until I call it. Right? Get away, get away, get away. This is the point blank. This is that chariot. Get away, get away, get away. Everyone on the 2-way mark. Now, there's not going to be a force march with this. We're going to move to our boulder on our own. However, we're going to avoid some clone dashes, all right? So there's only going to be 1 tile that's going to be safe near our boulder. So here's your overhead temperature. Here's your brand. Figure out what you need, right? Look at your brand. Look at your overhead temperature. Figure out what you need to get hit by. Go now, go now, go now. Safe tiles are going to be north-south dark tiles. North-south dark tiles. North-south dark tiles. Okay. Wait for it. Group up in the center. Healers in the center. Healer LB3 now. Ether shield, stone skin. Ether shield, stone skin. Ether shield, stone skin. And careful with your burst, because this is going to be a full downtime mechanic. Stand in front of the boss, by the way. Stand in front of the boss. She's facing the 2-way mark. Stand in front of the boss. Stand in front of the boss. This is a full downtime mechanic. Hold on to any burst you've got. Best to save it after the mechanic. Just do the mechanic. Focus entirely on the mechanic, and we'll kill her afterwards. We got plenty of time. Take a deep breath. Here comes your elemental brand. You already have your overhead. You might have to get hit twice. Just be aware. You might have to get hit twice. Figure out what you need to get hit by. You need to be opposite by the end of this. 4 is the safe tile. 4 is the safe tile. One is the safe tile. 1 is the safe tile. If you still need to get hit, this is your last opportunity. And dumpster this lady. Oh yeah! Alright. Don't move ahead. We're actually not going to the queen. We got 1 more encounter to deal with. We got to pick up all of our friends who've decided to take a well-deserved nap after such a difficult fight. So once everyone is up and on their feet, we're going to do our cool little secret mechanic. We're going to have our little, well, if this is your first time in here, you're in for a treat. Yeah. Sword mechanic is just difficult. Oh wait, that's well, yeah. Sword mechanic is difficult.
It says 70%, but re-raisers are a coin flip. And we all landed tails.
Like, no and shit. You're just bad at RNG. Just win the roll. Yeah, there you go. That's because Anchor's got plot armor. Anchor's the main tank.
There we go.
Now, well, I don't know why you'd be mad. You're hitting the lowest roll every time. That's some pretty good luck. You're hitting a 20, and then a 30.
In opposite land. If only you could have that kind of luck when trying to roll for mounts. The only time I rolled a 98 is when somebody else rolled a 99. Ah!
I remember in Shadowbringers, I rolled a 16 on the mount for Ruby Weapon. Like, and it was the second clear, like, on the day it came out, that the mount dropped. I rolled a 16 and I won.
Incredible.
So, I mean, what are the chances?
I know.
All the casters.
Don't forget your erasers like I did.
Yeah, dealing with middle management sucks. Trust me, I would know. You know, thermometers everywhere. Like, she's probably throwing ice down your shirt and splashing, you know, oil from the fryers all over you. She's not a fun boss.
No. Ice in the fryers is not a smart
Well,
idea.
I think she's a fun boss because she's challenging, and I like being humbled every now and then when I do this fight and I get dookied on.
Honestly, I find I'm just really bad at the fight, but I do appreciate how much of a fair challenge she is. Like, everything she does is a difficult mechanic, but it is extremely easy to parse and solve
Is everyone
once
up?
you know what to look for.
Everyone's up. Okay, cool. Make sure you grab your box. If it is your first time running DRS, it's your first time here, or seeing past TA, follow the danger Dorito. We're gonna go back the way we came. Everyone else can chill. I just want the new players. I just want the first timers to be able to experience this. Because I know what happens to the people that have done this many, many times before. I got an eye on you, Knackle.
What do you want the new players to do?
We're gonna follow the danger Dorito. We're gonna go back the way we came, actually. You're gonna find the danger Dorito at the top of the staircase. So what I want you, all of us to do, we're gonna hug this trap. Don't touch it, but like kind of get around it. Kind of get nice and close to it, right? Now, I'm gonna give us a verbal countdown. I'm gonna do 3, 2, 1, and then I'm gonna jump into it. I'm gonna trigger it, and what you're gonna do is you're gonna pop sprint, and you're gonna book it across the arena we just fought on. You're gonna take the jump pad, and you're gonna make it to the gate that is straight ahead, and you're gonna use whatever buff, whatever form you're given with this debuff, and you're gonna use it to get through the gate on the other end. All right. 3, 2, 1, book it. Squeak Squad, roll out. You are now small enough to make it through the gate. That's what's gonna happen. So, but only the person who makes it there first gets through. It'll actually block everyone else from getting in. So it is a race. There you go. There it is. There it is. I was like, I'm seeing all these dancers far behind. I'm like, what are you doing? Yeah, careful with the Squeak Squad. Don't step on us. We're very, very small right now. And very vulnerable. Okay. Now, careful when you go downstairs. There are traps below. Do not move ahead once you go through the load zone. Wait for our Perceptor Fapta Shikyo to sweep all the traps, alright? Very carefully maneuver around. Now, if you've been minied, pay attention to your debuff timer, because once that hits 0 and it falls off, you're going to go back to normal speed. It's going to feel like a speed boost. Careful with that poison. If you've been poisoned, use your antidote. I just saw that. All right, nobody's bleeding to death, right? We don't have a repeat of... All right, cool, that's fine. Right.
This isn't Dairy Queen.
No.
Fun fact.
We got to deal with
Llama are
the
tallest
dairy
race
man,
under the effect
the
of
dairy prince.
Oh god, the
Deal with
milking
the-
cow.
You know, that's not milk if it's a dairy man.
Oh no!
How do you think they get the blizzards to stay in the cup the way they do? Oh! I bet you
ground.
didn't want to think about that at any... Okay, never mind. Forget it. We have 30 minutes to deal with this guy and then 30 minutes to deal with Queen, so here's what we're going to do. Tanks. I need 2 tanks per letter marker. You see the markers on the bridge? I need 2 tanks per letter marker. I'm actually going to hold off on standing on one. I'll fill in if we are missing a slot. So all the tanks. I'm going to need all the tanks. All the tanks are going to do something here. I need 2 tanks per letter marker. 2 tanks per letter marker. I have them on the bridge back here. Perfect. All right, here we go. I'm going to give you a 1. I'm going to give you a 2. I'm going to give you a 3. You're not going to have any idea what I'm going to give Kermit. All right. Now, how many tanks is... Okay, if you are a tank and it is your first time here, or first time tanking this encounter, come and stand on the 3-way mark. This is just for the tanks. Lorden. Oh, yeah, dude. Wait,
Well-
we only have 1 new tank? No, okay, yeah, okay.
Not my first time at this fight, but first time I've actually done something in this fight.
Wait, Elena, were you partnered with somebody on one of those markers over there, or were you like on the arena?
So I ran over to the 1, so that's why I joined late here.
Well, I assigned everyone roles from the markers over here, so you're just going to be a glorified DPS today. So you're going to be with everyone else. There you go. Okay. Here's how this is going to work. I'm going to take my mark off for just a moment here. If you've been given a number overhead, you're going to be a babysitter. You're going to be a main tank, okay? There's going to be a bunch of big, giant, stinky babies that look just like this guy that spawned during the ads phase. They're all going to have their big rattles, and we're going to take them for a walk. We're going to give them a good old stretch of the legs. But we don't want them to touch us because they got cooties and they got slobber, and they had the croup last week, and we don't want to get sick, all right? So we don't want them to touch us. And the way this is going to work is I've assigned a tank with a marker and without a marker. Those tanks without the markers, you're going to remember who your partner is with the marker over their head, right? And that marker is just going to assign a number where they start. So, for example, if you were partnered with Raphael here, you're going to start on the 2-way mark with him, and you're going to be partnered and do everything. You're going to move with them. There's going to be something that you do that Raphael won't do. Essentially, you're going to be cleaning up all the toys that are left behind by all these giant babies, all right? AKA, you're going to be doing trap sweep. So if you remember the breach plan that we did during Slime Site, if you were a part of Slime Site, it's going to be the same thing here, just on the ring. But we're going to pretend like the mechanic is happening, and we're going to do our movement. So let's pretend that all of your numbers over your heads are reading 3. We're going to start on the 3-way mark here. Lorden, you and I are going to be trap sweeps because we don't have markers over our heads, right? We're just going to pretend that, one of these guys here is going to be the person we're sweeping for. The mechanic starts. Okay, boss hits 70% HP, ad phase begins. All the tanks go to their assigned markers. Let's just pretend that 3 is our assigned marker for the time being. We're just practicing the movement, all right? Once the ad appears, you're going to see an ad appear about here. So give or take somewhere around there, right? Or it might be closer, might be farther. It's going to spawn right in front of you, just offset from the center, closer to your marker. You're going to, if you have a number over your head, you're going to be the one tanking it. You're going to provoke it. You're going to have your stance on, and you're just going to continue to lightning shot Tomahawk on med, shield lob, whatever it is that you do, and you're just going to take it for a walk. I like to let it come close to me a little bit first, so it gets close to the edge of the arena, and then we start walking clockwise, right? So everyone follow along. We're going to pretend, if you look at the floor here, you'll notice it's a little bit lighter here, and then it's a little bit darker on the sides. This is going to be the safe path. This is going to be the only safe path that we have to walk on. All that dark stuff is going to turn to insta-kill, like jelly, jam, nasty stuff. So we're going to start tanking, pretend we're spamming our ranged ability, right, to generate aggro. And we're going to stutter step. We're going to try to keep it close to us, but we're going to want to make sure it's not auto-attacking us. Right about here, when we progress about this far, the floor is going to turn yellow. There's going to be question marks all over it. The piss floor just means that we're just going to keep moving. And we're gonna not worry about stutter stepping or staying close to it. We're just gonna go straight to the next marker. Okay, so if we started at 3, it'll be 4. If we started at 1, it'll be 2. If we started at 2, it'll be 3, so on and so forth. Right? We're gonna go to the next marker, and then we're gonna stop on the marker. Both the main tank and then your partner tank. Right? At which point, the yellow piss floor will go away, and those of you with the marker, those of you that are tanking the baby, are gonna hold in place on the marker for a bit. And your off tank will run ahead. They'll pop invuln and sprint, and they'll sprint the next quarter lap ahead of you. Once they touch the marker, then they'll come back to their partner main tank, and then both of you will continue to move around the arena together. Now, if you're the off tank, you can go to doing damage, right? The only reason you're there is if your main tank goes down, you're the backup, right? And you're also there to pop the traps ahead of your tank. They could be poison traps, they could be explosion traps, all that jazz. Just be aware that you need to sprint ahead. The reason you don't move with your partner tank, by the way, is because sometimes traps can spawn right here, just past the marker. And if they pop invuln and sprint, and then they move and pop a trap right here, and you move after them or move with them, you're done for, right? You're gonna get slammed. If you're lucky, you get hit with the poison trap, and then you can antidote that. But the idea is just let your numberless partner, trap sweep tank go ahead, right? At which point, when the traps are clear and they rejoin you, or once you see that they pop their trap and you continue moving clockwise around the arena, you are just going to continue to maintain that clockwise rotation with the ads all the way around the arena until they are dead. Any questions on like the order of operations? Can you summarize the first section real quick from 3 to 4? Okay. So let's actually go to our numbers. So Raphael, go to your number. Ancient, you'll go to 3. Kermit, you'll start here at 4. I'm gonna pretend like I'm your partner, okay? So you're only gonna see yourself and whoever your partner tank is. When the boss hits 70%, this is where you will retreat to, and your partner will retreat here with you, right? Your ad will spawn for you. Your ad is gonna be about here. Right? And you're just going to make sure you target your ad and then provoke. Provoke has a longer range. Use provoke instead of your lightning shot or your unmend, my bad. To gain initial threat, and once it gets closer, then you can just keep spamming unmend. At which point, once you have established aggro and it's on you, then you'll go clockwise around the arena. You're essentially going to tank it, and just keep spamming. You'll stay out of its range, out of its auto attack range, because it auto attacks with twice come ruin. And about here, you'll notice the floor turn yellow. You're just going to continue to the next marker. So you'll end up at 1, and you will wait here. At which point, your partner, in this case me, I will run ahead. I'll pop my invuln, and I'll clear the traps ahead. As soon as the trap explodes, I'll come back to you. When you see the trap explode, you'll just continue to go clockwise around the arena with your giant, nasty, disgusting, smelly baby. And then everyone else will help kill it. Sound good? The floor going yellow means that they're hiding traps in the arena. It's not safe. So the yellow floor is gonna have like question marks on it, and that's. I mean that identifier has been used in a raid before. I don't expect everyone to know that raid, but usually when you see that marker, it's trying to deceive you, aka in this case, it's trying to hide a trap somewhere at random in that next quarter section. Yes, so every cardinal location will have a safe spot. That's why these markers are here. These markers are going to be placed in the only safe islands. So the yellow won't extend here. You notice how there's like little notches here? There's a little tab here, and there's a little tab here. This is one of the safe platforms. They are on the intercardinals, but just the cardinals are safe for the yellow floor. Okay, cool. That's the tank talk through. This is this mechanic is heavily tank oriented. Like the tanks need to know what's going on. Otherwise, ads phase goes down real bad. Ads phase is just kind of like slimes and golems. It's very easy to make it to make mistakes because it's a very messy encounter. Okay, don't feel bad if things go to shit. All right, it's very likely that things could and will go to shit. Don't feel bad about it.
I got booted. I'm sorry, guys.
We are. Uh-oh.
There was no wiggle macro, so I got booted.
Oh no. Yeah, I don't.
There's no solution. Sorry, guys. You guys had a great rest of the run. That was my fault.
What role were you playing?
I was playing melee DPS.
Okay. If we have somebody from the short stack that wants to join, I believe. What was the alliance? Charlie?
Charlie. I am so sorry, guys.
That's all right. This is kind of the importance of like I don't ever like repeatedly call wiggle checks because I just assume that people are.
Yeah, there's usually a macro, but usually the macro has a noise. There was no noise, and I lost track of time. Anyway, you guys have a great rest of the run.
All right, we're gonna give up Sam from the short stack. Sam, some cheese.
Yeah, so whoever is got the little icon, whoever's the party lead for Charlie, just make sure you pick him up.
Sam, make sure you leave party.
We'll go for it. Yeah, don't leave instance, just leave party. All right. I'm gonna need volunteers for Reflect and Dispel. Reflectors stand on Charlie marker. I'm gonna put it right here by the wall. And if you're gonna Dispel, stand on Dispel. I just need 3 of each minimum. Do not double up these duties. Don't do Reflect and Dispel. If you're gonna reflect. If you're gonna Dispel. Okay. So if we have 3 Dispellers, I need 1 more Reflector. Unless Mimiru has an actual Lost Reflect. But okay, so we have our reflectors. Reflectors, instead of going to the outside ring with the tanks and everyone else, where you're going to go is going to be this inside ring. If you notice there's an inside ring, I'm putting markers all along it. You'll notice how it's lighter. That's going to be the ring. Yes, D is Dispel, Charlie was Reflect. Once you slot in Reflect and Dispel for this fight, you're gonna keep it for the Queen encounter, okay? You're gonna stay on the inside ring, Dispel the balls of Earth, Reflect the balls of Fire, okay? Reflecting the balls of Fire works the same way as reflecting the orbs in Queensguard. When you Dispel the ball of Earth, throw a dot on it, okay? So if you're like Eucrasian diagnosis or sorry, not diagnosis, doses, Eucrasian doses, or what's it called, dia or combust, whatever it is that you do, right? Just throw a dot on it. It'll do enough damage to kill it once you dispel the stone skin on it. That's how the Dispel and Reflect will work. Everyone else that wasn't assigned anything, when the boss hits 70%, everyone's going to come to the 3-way mark. You're going to stand on the center of the 3-way mark as best as you can. You will let the tanks start doing their mechanic. The floor will turn yellow. You will remain on the 3-way mark. The floor will stop being yellow. You will remain on the 3-way mark. When the tanks have successfully destroyed all the traps, that's when you'll be free to move around the arena. And you will then go and try to put those babies to sleep as fast as possible, okay? Just beat the... not beat the target. To put them to sleep as fast as possible, okay? The faster we can get those 4 ads dealt with, the safer this run is going to be. That is the most dangerous part of this fight, which is why I'm going into such detail about how to deal with it, okay? That being said, everything else is going to be handled with callouts. If you're ready to go, we're going to stand on the 3-way mark here. Let me know that you are ready to go. Yeah. We got plenty of time.
Okay.
I saw that. You might be scared looking at the time that we have left. We have plenty of time, trust me. Okay? No worry, no threat. Mimaru, you're moving. Syntax is moving. Who's that? Sophia, you're good? Okay, cool. We're all good. Make sure your food is up. We don't need to use lost actions for this fight, so save it. Save your lost actions. Save them for the queen. Calibrating arc count. Oh, fireball question. 1 sec. Did we cover push? Oh, no, we didn't cover push-pull. No! Okay, hold on. Very, very, very important mechanic. Holy sh... I almost forgot. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, so I'm going to teach you. I'm going to crash course you. I'm going to learn you on the Labyrinthine Fate. Take a look at Ray text chat, okay? Look at the ring that we're standing on. Where I'm moving left and right is a safety notch. It's a safe notch for this mechanic, or the one in the back. You'll notice there's one on the back side of the ring too. There's an outside, and then there's an inside notch. Now, Labyrinthine Fate will go out and almost immediately resolve the first time we see it when the ads are out, right? All of this dark stuff is going to be instant kill purple jam. If you touch it, you die. There's going to be a push-pull mechanic, a suck-blow mechanic, if you will. Though that's how I remember it. So if you take a look at the Ray text chat, there's 2 images. Look at the icons. Okay, the yellow icon is a push. He's pushing the guy over. He's knocking him away. He's beating the tar out of him. He's falling over, right? So if it's a push mechanic and the boss is in the center of the arena, which is where the origin of the mechanic is, you're going to stand close on the inside notch, and he's going to blow you. He's going to fucking blow you away. He's going to push you away, blow you away, right? The other one looks like he's eating spaghetti, okay? How do you eat spaghetti? You suck it up. Like that. So you're going to get very far away. You're going to get on the outside tile, and you're going to get sucked in towards the boss's ring, okay? Oh, it's been a while since I've done that. I had people that would come to my runs just to hear that. They're weird, but I like them. So that is the push-pull mechanic. First time we see that, as soon as the debuffs go out, you're going to find a notch, you're going to dive in there, and you're going to resolve the sucker blow, right? He's either going to blow you away or he's going to suck you in. Spaghetti or blowing and knocking you over, right? Because the blowing is so good. The second time we see it, there's going to be a lot of time between when you get it and when it resolves. Cool. Sucker blow, push-pull mechanic, explained. Cool. Now, calibrating for 30 seconds. You cannot knock back and vuln it. Make sure you have food at the ready. Save your lost actions. Remember, if you are a DPS, do not use your burst on this guy. I know it feels weird. Don't use Mug. Don't use Battle Litany. Don't use Brotherhood. Don't do any of that stuff. Casters don't do it either. You can cure for Bravery, but don't save your raid buffs for the ads phase. Trust me on this. Okay, take the boss to the center. Very first thing this guy's going to do is going to be a tank buster, so clear the front side. And then there's going to be about 2 auto attacks. Locate your knockback invul and get ready. Knockback invul now. Arms length surecast, do that now. He's going to whack the Yeah, 1, 2, 3, whack, whack, whack. Just use your eyeballs. Avoid these cones. I believe in you. Now he's getting close to 70%. Get ready to go to your markers. We might see it. Get away, get away, get away. Tanks, just go to your markers now. Tanks, just go to your markers. Everyone else to the 3-way mark. Outside the edge of the arena. Ooh, yeah, baby. Numbered tanks, turn your stances on. Get ready to provoke. Numbered tanks, provoke your monster and start taking them clockwise around the arena to take them for a walk. Reflectors and Dispellers get to work in the middle. Everyone else just stay here on the 3-way mark. Stay here on the 3-way mark. Just be safe. Remember, we want to just be nice and safe. Stay here, stay here, stay here, stay here. All right, tanks are going and doing their sweep. Stay here on 3, stay here on 3. All right, traps are gone. Push or pull, suck or blow. Do your mechanic, suck or blow, do it now. Get into a notch, suck or blow. It's happening now. Oh, yeah, baby. Partner tanks, if your tank goes down, into a notch, anyone into a notch, any notch works, I mean, everyone into a notch, any notch works. That's what I wanted to say. You can spread out along the ring now. You don't have to, you're gonna group up puddles if you stay all grouped up like that. Ooh, yeah, baby. Yeah, it's a messy fight. Just do as much damage to the ads as you can. Okay, it's not gonna happen immediately, but look at your debuff. Figure out what you've got. You're gonna get into a notch. Any notch works. Into a notch. Figure out what you've got. Suck or blow. It'll happen. It'll resolve in just a moment here. But let's kill this ad as best we can. All right, into a notch. Suck or blow is happening now. Get into the notch that you need. Nice. Kill that. Sorry. Put the baby to sleep. Put the giant overgrown child to rest. Oh, yeah, that's what happens when, into a notch. Everyone into a notch. Into a notch. It's cool. Yeah. All right, tank stance is off. Only the main tank should have their stance on. Anchor's got the boss. Cool. Clear the front side. This is a raid wide. I don't know if anyone's running GDP. Or anyone's got dice. Yeah, it's a pretty good opportunity to see if we can save some, take these to the wall. Take those to the wall. You see those puddles? Take those to the wall. They persist afterwards. As soon as they drop, get out of them. Okay, let's see here. There's gonna be an swing. Yeah, get away. This is really big. Don't get hit by this. 20 yalms or more. Get back in. There's gonna be 2 more sets of rending rapid bolts. See those? Take those to the walls. Take those to the walls. 1 more set. Take these to the walls. Everyone else group underneath the boss. Underneath the boss. We're gonna bait Crushing Hoof here. And we're gonna get away. This is proximity. You know what this means? Just get a good distance away. And get back to the boss. He's gonna do some whacks. 1, 2, 3. Whack. Use your eyeballs. Avoid them. All right, there's going to be a tank buster. So clear the front side. Now, almost immediately after this tank buster, we're going to do our knockback invuln. Wait for my call. It's going to be like a GCD afterwards. GCD or 2. Arms length short cast. Now. A little late. My bad. I could have done it a little earlier. Just 1, 2, 3. Whack. Use your eyeballs. Is going to repeat everything he did. So it's going to be a raid wide. That would be the raid wide. Yabba dabba dabba da. There's going to be some rapid bolts. You know what to do with these. Take these to the wall as soon as they appear. Yeah, dude. Cool. There's going to be a big swing. Big, nasty swing. Really big. Respect it. And get back. And bop it. Now, nobody leave the arena. It is very, very important that nobody leaves the arena. If people leave the arena and they go too far, it'll trigger the queen cutscene, and we have a lot of people on the floor right now. If not everyone can come along with us, we'll be shooting ourselves in the foot. So let's get to work on rezzing. If we have healers on the ground, are there any healers that still have charges? I think it's Shikyo. Do you still have charges? No more Arise? Okay. Fuck. Emmeline, do you still have any charges? M1B has more. So let's prioritize picking Emmeline. Let's see if, and then let's see if we can. Actually, is there anyone that has a on your instance timer, on your death timer? Let me know if you drop below 200 seconds on your timer. Let's just start picking people up, and we'll just have to prioritize the ones that are low on timer. Leave syntax last. Let's see if we can get, let's see. Kermit is first time here. Let's see if we can get Kermit up. Let's see. Rumsey's also first time here. So after you're done picking up the others, let's get Rumsey up. What about Leviosa? Leviosa's first time. Aria. How about you? You've been here. Pass over Aria for now. I know it sounds mean, but work on Rumsey. I want to see if I can get as many people who's like their first time as far as I can get them. Because if we run out of charges, I don't want to leave any potentials behind. Kine over here, Ori. First time. This guy. Get him.
Who is next priority? So I just got
Over
up
here.
a sack.
Over here. I'm jumping on the west side of the arena. Nice! No doom. I roll the dice. Should I? Host? Probably not. I was about to do my thing. No. Yeah. If we have a tank that's willing to roll the dice on sack for Rumsey is a first time. And Leviosa as well. Leviosa. And Kermit. Oh fuck, dude. There's so no. Kermit's below 140. If you're gonna sack somebody, go for Kermit. Oh no, you're good, man. The re-raiser will proc 100%. 100, bro. Look at that. See? Do we have any more tanks that are willing to sack? Rumsey and Leviosa. Is Lilith? Oh man, wait, I didn't check. Lilith is cleared. Over here. I've marked Rumsey's marked with a 1. Mark. If you saw his 2. Oh no, is that it? No, don't tell me. No. It's, I appreciate the valor, Kermit, but I think that is all she wrote. Then I'm not. I don't think anyone else has more resources. Well, that's gonna be 07s for everyone who's on the floor. This is as far as you go. I hate doing this. I hate it when it comes down to this, but we're gonna have to ask everyone who's taking a nap to leave instance. It was a very good attempt. I'm glad you made it this far. Hopefully, next run, I can take you further and take you all the way to the end. But we need to go on to planning and prepping for Queen. Okay, so we need to have everyone that's on the floor leave instance so that the Queen doesn't get tuned to all the people that are on the floor. And once Syntax has left, we will